Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trinity Academy in Wichita, Kansas for this Heartland Conference Playoff Championship match tonight as FC Wichita hosts the visiting Little Rock Rangers. On behalf of FC Wichita, I am Johnny Freedom. This broadcast comes to you courtesy of MJ Productions. Mike Zarich, a producer, and with me, my good buddy, Zacharino, Zach Light.
Johnny, expecting a very tight game here between two very, very good sides. Little Rock ending their season incredibly well, their regular season very, very well, to get the #2 seed in the Heartland Conference playoffs. FC Wichita struggling a little bit at the end of the season, but last week, or on Wednesday, midweek, in the first round of the playoffs, they find their goal-scoring strength all over again, which is very difficult to do after losing a striker. This should be a very, very competitive match, very close game tonight.
Well, like you said, FC Wichita picking apart St. Louis at home 4-0. A brace from Matt Clare. Little Rock gets a late goal from Donald Benanma. We like to call him the Don, and they beat Tulsa at home 1-0. Little Rock's coming off 6 straight victories, Zach Light, over that period. 8 goals for, only 1 goal against, and that includes back-to-back wins over at Tulsa. The last loss that Little Rock has had was at home 3-2 back on, I believe it's June 9th. So been over a month, almost 2 months since they've tasted victory. FC Wichita and Little Rock split this season. Wichita winning last time they played here at home at Trinity 2-1 on a late goal from Nelson Landaverde. We saw a distinctly different roster then because FC Wichita was in Open Cup form at that point, so they were resting some people. So Nelson Landaverde comes in late, scores a game winner 2-1, and then as everyone knows, part of that win streak for Little Rock and part of that tough road stretch that FC Wichita had involved at 1-0 loss to Little Rock at War Memorial Stadium. And FC Wichita struggled in part in losing Frank Teyu. Frank Teyu signing that professional contract. In addition, they lost Thomas Wells, but they found they've kind of found it, their offensive streak Wednesday against St. Louis. We've got 2 of the best goalkeepers in the conference facing off tonight. Waleed has 5 straight shutouts, and Mark Weir just voted the best goalkeeper in the league coming off of a huge victory over St. Louis. The winner gets to face the Lone Star Conference champion. That game being played tonight in Laredo. Laredo facing
the Houston Dutch Lions. It's an 8:15 kick. That game will end after we are off the air. So stay tuned to FC Wichita social media networks for confirmation on who will be playing in the next round and all that good stuff. It's
going to be exciting. Both of these clubs, tough clubs, both finishing 1 and 2 in the league. Wichita finishing 7 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. They're 1-0 in the playoffs, 28 goals for, 11 goals against. Little Rock 7-3-0, 7 wins, 3 losses, no draws. 1-0 in the playoffs, 19 goals for, 16 goals against. Little Rock plays tight games, 1-0 wins, 2-0 wins, that sort of stuff. So expect going to be a tight defensive match tonight for both of these clubs. Going to be super exciting. I was talking to Coach Will Thompson tonight. He's excited to be here, wants to redeem them. They want to redeem themselves after suffering that early season loss. Little Rock starting off the season with 2 straight losses, a 6-1 loss in Tulsa, which kind of had the league wondering what was going on with Little Rock, But they hadn't got everybody rostered at that point. And then coming to Wichita and losing 2-1 in a tight match here. Start off the season 0-2. Again, the league was wondering what's going on with Little Rock. Well, they got things sorted out towards the end of the season. As we mentioned before, 6 straight victories has Little Rock here against Wichita in this conference championship match. The winner again facing the Lone Star champion, whether that be Laredo or Houston. Now, Laredo wins, Little Rock wins, they'll be traveling to either Houston or Laredo. Wichita wants Houston to win.
Yes.
Because then Houston comes to Wichita. Wichita wins tonight, and Houston wins tonight. Wichita will be hosting another match, and that'll be on Wednesday night. So I want to give some shout-outs to all the Little Rock fans that are tuning in. I also want to give a shout-out to the supporters group for the Little Rock Rangers, and that's the Red Watch. They had a group of them who have traveled. As you can see, they're blowing smoke already over in the stands.
Yeah, great to see supporters travel and bring their atmosphere into a hostile environment. Kudos to to them for making the trip.
Absolutely. We love it. Zach Light and I are supporters at heart. You know, we started off as supporters. We only call games because they need us to.
Right.
Because they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, baby. But we love supporter culture, so we're excited to have the Red Watch here. We're also excited for our favorite supporters group, and that is the Air Capital Firm.
Very interesting tidbit, Johnny. All-time in NPSL play, the record for FC Wichita against the Little Rock Rangers is 2-2-1. This is the only team that FC Wichita doesn't have a winning record against.
Well, so it poses to be a good match tonight. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups tonight for Little Rock. Starting in goal, number 73, Waleed Baru. He's got 4 in front of him tonight. Number 3, Ben Watson. Number 26, Justin Robinson. Number 18, Nick Doyle. And number 13, Jaden Hoth. In the midfield tonight, he's got number 10, Gabby Viola. Number 23, Daishi Yukiro. And number 6, Ulysses Carbo Cardova. 3 forwards tonight. Number 19, the Don. Donald Benanma has been on a scoring streak tonight. He's dangerous. Watch out for him. Right forward tonight's number 12, Trevor Reed. And the striker tonight, number 9, Alex Quadron, leading actually the whole Southern Conference in goal scoring. So watch out for Alex as well. For FC Wichita, starting in goal tonight is the Big Scott, Mark Weir. Left back is tonight's going to be number 4, Kieran Laking. Center back, 70, Uzi Teyu. And number 12, Jared Robbins. Our right back tonight is Victor Olarunfemi. 2 attacking mids tonight, number 5, Leo Sosa, our captain. And number 6, the Californian, Eddie Gomez. Our defensive mid tonight, also a Californian, hailing from Mexico, Andres Ochoa. 3 forwards tonight. Left forward tonight's U.S. national, James Togba, number 3. Right forward is the El Salvadoreño, Nelson Landaverde. And our striker tonight is number 99, Mr. Matt Clare. FC Wichita is coached by Blake Shoemaker.
So no changes for midweek for FC Wichita.
We'll go ahead and turn over to the field mics for the playing of our national anthem. Well, that was beautiful. Zach, we'll go ahead and give you our officials tonight. Let me find the list here. Our officials tonight. Center referee is Jared Palmer. Assistant referee number 1 is Austin Sanders. Assistant referee number 2, Joshua Pennington. And our 4th official tonight is Derek Blankenship. Want to go ahead and give a shout out to some of our sponsors tonight. Want to give a shout out to the guys who keep us healthy and kicking at Mid-America Orthopedics. Also want to thank our team chiropractor, Dr. Kyson Frank. Our team masseuse, Eddie Uloa. Wheat State Insurance, our club title sponsor. Jersey's Bar and Grill, our post-party spot. And Firehouse Subs, who feed the guys. They've got 2 locations throughout Wichita. Also, have a proud sponsor. Local All-State agent Kenton Hoffman is proud to support FC Wichita. Call 316-776-0777 or stop by his office at 228 North Baltimore in Derby, Kansas. Zach, I'm super excited about this matchup. It's going to be a tough match for both of these clubs. It's super exciting. But it just seems, based on, I like it when the playoff structure ends up, hey, number 1 seed facing number 2 seed. It's the way that it should be. These are the 2 teams that have fared the best, not only over this season, but it looks like over the past 3 seasons.
Right.
I went out and had a couple beers pre-match with some of the Red Watch supporters that came up here, just, you know, talking 4th Division soccer, talking grassroots soccer. How can we grow the game?
Right.
Because ultimately, that's what supporters should do. You know, it's our duty as supporters to grow the game, and so that's what we were talking about. And ultimately, one of the things that we were talking about is relationships between supporters groups, relationships between front offices. That's how we're going to grow the game. That's how we're going to grow this game in America. You know, but it helps when we've got two top-notch teams playing against one another. You know what I mean? I want FC Wichita to continue on to the next round and represent the Heartland Conference. But the reality is that Little Rock's going to do a great job representing the conference as well. Absolutely.
You know, the future of U.S. soccer as a program is in cities like Wichita and Little Rock right now. It's not in MLS. MLS brings in tons of great international players. And yes, there's some high-level U.S. players here, but it's kids watching these local games in the 3rd and 4th divisions of U.S. soccer that are going to get inspired to play and inspired to play at a high level, because it's local teams like this that show those kids that they can do this, that they can be a high-level soccer player in America. So,
without a doubt, they're showing these kids, these local club kids, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely.
There's a destination. You know, it's not just MLS, but there's actually a structure or a pyramid in which I can climb to reach, you know, my goal or my,
and it's not just
whatever
high
it is to
school,
be a professional soccer
it's not just
player.
college. It's there is a way to keep playing after school if you're not, you know, if you're not going to be playing in those higher divisions, you know, like MLS.
Well, again, we want to give a shout out to our fans watching in Little Rock. Also want to give a shout out to some of our fans watching internationally. Want to give a shout out to the Sosa family over in Brazil, the Weir family over in Scotland. Also want to give a shout out to all the families in Arkansas from the Land of Verde fans.
I think they traveled.
You think they came?
I think I saw them.
All right. Well, just in case they didn't travel, want to welcome them here tonight. And there's the kick for you. FC Wichita going to get the kick now, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what your team looks like, FC Wichita's in the blue tonight, wearing the blue kits, white shorts, red socks. They're moving left to right across your screen tonight. Little Rock's wearing white kits. They have some red stripes across the front. It's white kit tops, black shorts, and white socks. And they'll be starting on the right-hand side, moving across to the left. Mark Weir in the bright yellow, I guess, highlighter yellow is what I'd call it. And Waleed over there is wearing the, I guess, maybe the Kelly green, maybe?
Forest green,
Kelly green, whatever you want to call it. Well, FC Wichita, quick turnover, and that's given away again there by Little Rock. Mark Weir picks it up, and he rolls it out to Uzi Teyu, big center back. Uzi Teyu, U.S. international, plays indoor soccer. Jared Robbins, Californian from McPherson College, plays it over to Uzi.
And I like this spell of possession that FC Wichita is looking to have at the beginning of this game. You usually see them kind of start fast and furious with the long ball over the top, but with the loss of Frank Teyu, they don't really have that hold-up man. An unfortunate giveaway there.
I went between the legs there, and that was number 9. That's number 19 over here. That's Donald Benama. Donald's been on fire. He's a speedy player, international.
Yeah, definitely.
He's an African. I'm not sure from where in Africa, but speedy looking. I know he's been talking to some insiders. I know he's got some professional clubs looking at him. He scored a lot of goals towards the end of the season. Last time we played him here in Wichita, he came off of the bench and was trouble. Ball played wide, looking for Nelson Landaverde.
Yeah, there's that big over-the-top ball that we were looking for. And for FC Wichita, I think the key to this game, Johnny, is just to keep doing what they're doing with the 6 men in the midfield and in the attack. It's all about rotating players, confusing the back line on who's going to be coming at any given time, because all 6 of those players can play in any of those positions, whether it's in the midfield or in the attack. For Little Rock, I'm sorry, but for Little Rock, their defense is the key to this game for them. Wichita is going to attack. They're going to confuse. If the defense can hold out, they've got the talent up front to be able to score goals and win this game.
Well, here's a ball played over the top. Benama looking to make a run. Slide tackle from Uzi Teyu.
Does a great job getting in front of the ball with his body.
Uzi's going to clear that. Well done from Uzi, and he gets foul there. I'm not sure who picked up the foul from Little Rock, but it's going to be a free kick coming up for FC Wichita. Last 3 times these two clubs have played each other. Every time we've played in Little Rock the past 2 years, it's been a loss, 1-0. So it's been a tight game in Little Rock. And then again, when we won here in Wichita this season, it was 2-1. So don't expect a huge, big scoring match tonight. It's going to be a defensive struggle tonight for both teams. It's going to be a hard match, hard-fought match. It's going to be a defensive match. It's going to be exciting. Going to be a lot of back and forth action, and I'm sure that we're going to be putting both of these keepers to the task.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of both of these keepers, Waleed voted as the fan favorite keeper.
Yes.
Mark Weir voted best keeper from the coaches. So both of these keepers outstanding in the eyes of either the fans or the coaches, or both.
Yeah, lots of all-conference talent on the pitch tonight for both teams.
Well, 6 from Wichita, and I believe we've got 6 or 7 from Little Rock. And that ball played off of Jared Robbins. Going to be a corner kick coming up for Little Rock. We're here in the 5th minute here in Wichita. Still 0-0. Going to be a corner kick. Not sure who's stepping up on this. I'll grab a number for you here in a second. He's got his arm raised. He's going to go short. Plays the ball short. And that's headed away by Victor. Wichita looking to kill it. And they do. So Wichita dodges the bullet there. Going to be a build-up from the back from Wichita here in a form of a throw-in. Victor Olorunfemi, local player. Homegrown talent. Parents are from Nigeria. Victor played his high school soccer here at Southeast High School. Plays Division I at UMKC in Kansas City. 2nd year with the club. Started off as a midfielder with the club last year. He transitioned to a right back. This season, Blake Shoemaker, the head coach for FC Wichita, has him playing right back. Ooh, dangerous turnover here. James Togba on the ball. James still with the ball. Has it on his left foot. Double teamed, triple teamed.
Great support to give him that pass back there. That's Nelson Landaveri, who's dropped back into the midfield. Leo Sosa is out on the near flank. And that's what we were talking about earlier, Johnny. The midfield and the forwards, they're interchangeable. And it causes a lot of confusion, especially later in games. For the back line.
Absolutely, you're going to see that movement with especially those 4 up top. You're going to see a lot of movement between Leo Sosa, Nelson Landaverde, James Togba, and Matt Clare. And James Togba on the ball. Ball played back. Waleed kicks the ball up in the air. It's going to be played here by Eddie Gomez. Eddie finds Matt Clare. Matt heel kick to Nelson Landaverde.
Oh, man.
Beats Waleed. And it's cleared out by the defense. Dangerous player for Wichita in the 7th minute. Wichita already getting the opportunities inside the 18.
Yeah, he had a great touch on it, shot on goal, but the defender's foot just got a part of it and wasn't able to, and kind of killed the momentum from going into the back of the net.
Eddie Gomez on the ball here. Finds Togba. Togba going to get it to that left foot. And it's turned over. Great defensive effort from Little Rock. They kick it out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Wichita.
And if it sounds especially noisy out there tonight, that's because there's 2 sets of supporters groups with drums making noise.
Uzi gets to that ball first and gets his jersey yanked. Uzi Teyu made the fan favorite. Surprisingly left off of the coach's favorite.
Yeah.
I was surprised at that. Uzi Teyu, arguably one of the best center backs in the Heartland Conference.
I would say the best in the Heartland Conference. We are now playing the ball out of the back.
Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Little Rock. James Togba was on the ball there.
Don't know that I saw the foul there.
Well, I'm not sure it was a foul. I think the ball went out of bounds.
Okay.
The assistant referee raised his flag indicating it went out of bounds.
A little bit harder to see that blue line from here, Johnny.
It is. Not particularly a fan of these football markings, but we got what we got. I'm sure the Little Rock fans can dig it. They play at War Memorial Stadium. Just home of the Arkansas
The Arkansas Razorbacks play a game there every year against LSU, the Battle of the Boot. It is a old facility. It is a huge facility. They did a really nice job filling that for their playoff game, their first playoff game in history on Wednesday night. Saw some video from it. And definitely a lot of fans turning out. Great turnout tonight here in at Trinity Academy Stadium as well.
Wichita happy to possess the ball here, getting some touches. Little Rock with quite a few players behind the ball, and as you can see, Victor Olorunfemi moves the ball forward. He's the right back. He was all the way up playing that attacking right wing position. If you look and see, you'll look and see a lot of times in the professional leagues all over the world, you see that right back and those left butt back, Zach making runs.
Yeah, and the 4-3-3 formation specifically, it's all about getting those guys up in the attack and playing the winger role so your wingers can push into the box and you have more targets on a cross. And that's where a guy like Victor Olorunfemi and Kieran Laking are invaluable assets. You know, I've seen Laking up the field like crazy, and it puts a lot of stress on your defense too, and that's why it's great to have two solid center backs in Uzi Teyu and Robbins.
Here's Matt Clare making a run. He's going to get to this.
He needs help.
He didn't quite make it to it, but he's going to be, the ball went out of bounds from Little Rock, goes over the end line, going to be a corner kick for Wichita. Matt Clare stepping up to take that. Uzi and Jared making their way up there. Laking and Olorunfemi playing back. Togba coming back.
And I like sending the tall center backs up.
Both of those guys 6'3".
Big target. Try to get an early goal so they can sit back and defend the rest of the game. That was off the head of Sosa.
And went off of a Little Rock defender. Going to be another corner kick from the other side. Zaccarino, we're here in the 11th minute. Still 0-0. Wichita with another corner kick.
This one's going to be taken by Eddie Gomez.
Now, looks like James Togba is going to step up and take this. James Togba with the left boot, able to curl this ball inside the 18, hopefully inside the 6-yard box. Punched out by Waleed. Matt Clare.
Sitting at the top of the box. And I like that positioning on that corner.
Nelson Landaverde still with it. Oh, well done there from Wichita. But Waleed was in a great position.
Now here comes the counterattack opportunity, and that's what you get when you pull your defenders up. And an awful chance there.
And really, the two defenders took themselves out. I'm not sure who would that's number 9, Alex Quadron over there, leading goal scorer.
Right.
I don't know what he was doing shooting from way out there. I know Will Thompson, head coach, is yelling at him, telling him
he was through.
Settle down. He was through. He was all alone, one-on-one with Mark Weir.
Right.
And he takes a shot from outside the 18. I think he just was confused about where the defenders were. Looks like only us and the fans knew that he was all alone.
Quadron is another Heartland Conference best 11 selection.
Best 11 on both ends, by the way, as a fan and voted in by the coaches. He's a fantastic player, and you would expect that. Absolutely, leading the whole Southern Conference in goal scoring, you got to be on both of those teams.
Yeah, that opportunity that he just had is going to haunt his dreams for the rest of the summer.
Well, especially if something happens today and Wichita ends up winning this game. Nelson Landaverde with the ball in the middle of the pitch. Plays the ball forward, finds Kieran Laking. Laking finds Matt Clare. Matt Clare plays a ball forward.
He's offside, unfortunately. Andres Ochoa there.
And quite a bit offsides there.
Yes.
He was expecting the ball a little bit sooner and just didn't get it.
But again, Ochoa, the furthest one up the field, that's Matt Clare who's normally playing in that. The switching out of the midfield and the attackers is already happening. I don't think we saw it except maybe after the first 15 minutes in the last game. But that was the key to kind of ending this goal-scoring drought that FC Wichita was on, and boy, did they ever figure that out with 4 goals on Wednesday night against St. Louis Club Atletico.
Well, it creates issues in marking for the defenders, you know, when they think that they have a right back, or I'm sorry, a right forward that's a particular player, or maybe an attacking midfielder that's a particular player, and then all of a sudden it's switched off. It throws off those defensive assignments.
You have a guy who's taller or shorter or faster or slower, and then you got to adjust. And it's hard for back lines to do that and do it quickly. Sosa now with the ball. Finds Olorufemi pushing up. Play that back to Robbins. And again, I like this possession, waiting for an opportunity. Eddie Gomez through ball. And they're saying Claire was off, but I don't know about that one. That was awful close.
If he was offsides, it was just by the hair of his chinny chin. The ball was shot wide. He had Waleed beat. The ball went just wide. We're in the 15th minute here in Wichita, still 0-0. If you're just tuning in, I'm Johnny Freedom. On behalf of FC Wichita, we'd like to welcome you. MJ Productions bringing the production tonight. Mike Zarich is our producer, and Zach Light is on the air with me tonight. We call him Zacharino, so we would prefer if you referred to him as Zacharino as well.
Well, if you're the Red Watch, you call me Caleb or Jake or Lance.
Because you called Little Rock Tulsa.
And I almost did it again tonight. Thankfully, they're here and not...
Well, they're planning on... we're going to have Ryan, so all you Little Rock supporters watching in tonight, stay tuned over halftime. I'm going to have Ryan on the air, Ryan Stalling from the Red Watch, on the air tonight to talk about some riding, some lower league riding endeavor that he's got going with a bunch of riders from across the United States. And we're going to talk about the growth of grassroots soccer in America, kind of some of the things that we talked about pre-match, Zach. We're going to talk with Ryan from the Red Watch over the halftime. So stay tuned after halftime. At the end of the first half. Stay tuned. We'll just have him on for about 15, 20 minutes just to talk about a variety of different things if you're interested. Still on the ball, and it's going to be trouble. It's
James
Tagba.
Does great to pull up there.
Matt Clare on the ball. He gets the clearance.
He was looking for the through ball to Eddie Gomez there, but dealt with well by the defender.
That's Gabby Viola, sends the ball away.
Ochoa goes down. Referee doesn't see it. Looks like he took a little shove there from number 6.
Wichita able to maintain possession over there. Scrappy defending from Little Rock. You can see that back line. Look at that back line set up there. That was kind of just a ball that was sent because not great passing from Wichita.
Yeah, almost just
to avoid some pressure. They just sent the ball away.
Yeah, just a clearance there from Robbins.
And so you're talking about some movement here. Midfielder Ulysses Cordova all the way in the back there. Look at him playing almost like center back position. He's the number 6 back here.
Two defenders on Benama there.
Benama, a lot of trouble. He's speedy. He's a strong player as well. Scores a lot of goals.
Benama from the Central African Republic. Thank you for that on YouTube.
Ball headed forward. Waleed gets it. Plays it to Nick Doyle. Nick Doyle finds Ulysses. Ulysses plays it wide to Ben Watson. Ball played forward. That's a giveaway from Little Rock. Leo Sosa picks that up.
Like to see FC Wichita go quick here. Almost a little mini counterattack of their own.
They've got the numbers. There's a giveaway from James Tagba, not what he wanted. Little Rock looking to build some possession here. Jaden Hoth finds Benama. That's Viola.
Yeah, another key to this game for FC Wichita, and I think it was the key to the last game, was that early goal. You know, all these guys played a lengthy match on Wednesday night. So getting a lead early and getting some fresh legs off the bench, and there's plenty of talent on the bench tonight for FC Wichita, is definitely key.
Absolutely. Well, both of these clubs, if you're going to play advantage to somebody, it's got to be to Wichita. Little Rock just traveled.
Right.
They're playing on their home pitch. Mark Weir going to get that.
It's a good through ball, but Kieran Laking.
Just a little bit too much, and Kieran Laking was following with the runner, tight with the runner and defending the ball. Ulysses with the ball. Finds Daishi. Daishi wearing that 23 jersey. Got the blonde hair if you're looking for something to define him on the pitch. Uzi Teyu winning that ball. Eddie Gomez. Eddie, want to give a shout out to Eddie's family in California. Those of you who don't know Eddie Gomez, California native. Plays his soccer here local at McPherson College. McPherson College sending him over for these open tryouts. Eddie being one of those open tryout guys that it makes it into the starting 11, along with Jared Robbins, also a Californian from McPherson College. Open tryouts, made it on the open tryouts, and now he's starting 11. Eddie Gomez, fantastic player.
Thank you, McPherson College.
Thank you, Eddie Gomez's parents.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting him go to the little town of McPherson, Kansas, all the way from California. We're happy to have him. Little Rock with the ball. Ball played wide. That's going to be a little bit too much on that one. Going to be a throw-in for Wichita. 21st minute, still 0-0 here at Trinity Academy in Wichita, Kansas. This Heartland Conference Playoff Championship, determining who's going to represent the Heartland Conference in this South semifinal coming up here in just 3-4 days from now. It's either on a Tuesday or Wednesday. NPSL, have they decided yet if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday?
I don't believe so, Johnny.
Well, on the schedule it says Tuesday. But every other playoff's been played on a Wednesday. So NPSL, I'm confused. Look at it. James Togba with the run inside the 18.
Does well to pull up there.
Looking for space. He's going to move it to his left foot. Matt Clare.
Oh.
What a defensive effort from Little Rock. Matt Clare with glory in his eyes.
Looks like
fans getting ready to stand on their feet. What a defensive effort from Little Rock in the 22nd minute to stop a sure goal from Matt Clare.
And there you can see on the replay, Clare has a shot.
Here's Benanma with the ball.
And now we have a counterattack opportunity.
Great tackle there.
Fantastic to get the ball there. A dangerous tackle. And now
Landeverdy's in.
Gets a touch on it. Plays it for Clare. Clare's going to have a strike.
Matt Clare has one. Just wide. Matt Clare. Just wide. What a run from Nelson Landeverdy.
Fantastic.
What a run from Nelson Landeverdy. Great ball played in from Victor Olorunfemi. Nelson creating space, opening up some space for Matt Clare. Serves it up to Matt Clare just on outside the 18. And Matt Clare just misses, putting it up there where Grandma keeps the cookies to give Wichita a 1-0 lead. 22nd minute here. Things are picking up.
Yeah, both teams with chances now. But FC Wichita putting the shots on goal. We've seen some good streaking runs from Little Rock. But so far, Mark Weir, not a whole lot of work.
Well, I tell you what, I've watched the last two Tulsa Little Rock games, and I'm telling you, this is how those games went as well. Tulsa with lots of opportunities, not finishing opportunities, and Little Rock finishing the 1 or 2 opportunities that they have. And that's what it takes. You can have 25, 30 opportunities. If you don't finish them, you don't win.
Exactly.
The reality is, and I know this sounds stupid, but you got to put balls in the back of the net, or how the Little Rock announcer says, you got to put balls in the onion bag.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but
it's a bag.
It means something. It means something. So Wichita still here with the ball here. 23rd minute, getting ready to go into the 24th minute here. possessing. They've found some kinks in the armor of Little Rock, but just haven't been able to finish. Some good opportunities so far for Wichita.
Now we're starting to see some pressure from Little Rock.
Well, that pressure coming from Ulysses. Just a few minutes ago, we saw him at the center back position. Now he's pushing up to more of an attacking midfield position. So, again, looks like what the tactic that Wichita is employing is the same tactic that Little Rock is employing.
Togba makes a little bit of a collision there.
Well, he was able to save the ball from going out of bounds, left his feet, and took out a Little Rock defender. Referee didn't like it. Errant pass here from Little Rock gives Wichita the ball. So it looks like they've changed it to Wednesday, huh? Mike Zarich, our producer from MJ Productions, pulling up on his phone. Looks like NPSL's officially called the game. Is going to be played on Wednesday, that Southern semifinal. Look at James Togba putting on a clinic here and gets decleated. Referee allowing it to go. Maybe he's giving him advantage, Zach. I don't know, but they can't. They shouldn't be pulling. They shouldn't be pulling Togba's pants down like that.
No. That Southern Division semifinal would be played in Wichita if the Houston Dutch Lions upset Laredo Heat tonight. Again, that game kicking off at 8:15.
So here in 15 minutes.
We'll bring you updates while we are on the air, but that game will finish after we sign off tonight.
Well, it's going to be a tough match for Houston. I tell you what, Laredo Heat, undefeated, 10-0 on the season. They had a tough match that last.
The #1 overall seed, I believe, in the NPSL playoffs.
Are they over New York Cosmos B?
Cosmos was #2.
Okay, very well. Well, undefeated Laredo Heat, been putting the heat on people. They ended up winning the game against the Fort Worth Vaqueros last Wednesday, 3-1, after the Vaqueros went down to 10 men. So it was a tough match. The Vaqueros putting on a show for them. The Vaqueros have a fantastic supporters group. Going to give a shout out to them. Fantastic supporters group. Unfortunate loss for the Vaqueros. We used to play the Vaqueros in our conference.
Yep.
A lot of fun to play those guys.
Yeah, but with the expansion of the NPSL, things get shifted around a little bit.
We also played we had the Houston Dutch Lions. We used to play the regular Houston Regal team. So, with the expansion of now we have that Texas, that Lone Star Conference.
Right.
We've got the Heartland Conference. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm kind of glad we're not playing all those Texas teams. Looks like they're tough.
Very tough teams indeed. One thing I think that FC Wichita will benefit from in this playoff structure of playing a midweek game and then potentially playing a weekend game, as we see Little Rock now with a chance.
Great defensive effort from Victor Olorunfemi. He was waiting for him to move it to his right foot. Bananma on the ball, and this is dangerous.
Gets past the defender, has a shot. Weir, fantastic save.
Going near post with it. Bananma's dangerous. I'm telling you, he takes that ball, starts over on the left-hand side, takes that ball across the right side of his body. As you can see him beat a defender, goes to the right side of the defender, trying to get the ball to his right boot. And he goes near post on Mark Weir. Mark Weir able to take two hands and deflect that away for a corner kick for Little Rock. Bananma, again, saw it. That's how he scored the winning goal against Tulsa on Wednesday.
Right.
Starts over on this left flank and weaves himself in between defenders and puts him in the back of the net.
He's got the talent and speed to do it. And as we saw, shake our defenders and force Weir to make a save.
Trouble.
There's the bike. And it's teed up there. That was for Quadron.
Really should have done better with that. For as much time as he had, he was all alone on the edge of the 18. Just inside the 18, all alone. He hits that better. He gets that on frame.
Now, if there was a team that was bred and ready to go for this, very difficult playoff run. It's FC Wichita. Remember that they had consecutive games because they were making that run in the U.S. Open Cup early in the season. So they were playing those Wednesday games and Friday and Saturday games on a regular basis.
Now, the last time that we played Little Rock here in Wichita with that 2-1 victory on that late goal from Nelson Landaverde, that was during that run, during that U.S. Open Cup run where Wichita was played 4 games in a row, 2 against Heartland Conference opponents and 2 against U.S. Open Cup opponents. So certainly no joke.
Yeah, 4 games in 11 days.
Beat a USL club, the U.S. OKC Energy U23s.
And the Tulsa Roughnecks.
And then beat a pro club, the Tulsa Roughnecks.
Yeah, so I think the grind of the NPSL playoff structure definitely benefits FC Wichita. They've been there, they've done it, they know what is required from their training and from their recovery to make a deep run. Well,
absolutely. And the other part that's important is not only the experience of having done it, but having the bench in order to pull it off. You're not going to be able to play all these players 90 minutes in every game. Matt Clare still with the ball. Finds Nelson Landaverde, hits it, and it goes wide. Is that deflected? It's not deflected. It's going to be a goal kick for Little Rock. We're in the 30th minute, just into the 30th minute, still 0-0. 15 minutes remaining here of this first half here in Wichita. Heartland Conference Playoff Championship. Little Rock visiting Wichita. We're talking about supporters groups. Tulsa has really a supporters group that did more than pull their weight this season, the Tulsa Armory. I went out there and traveled when we went to Tulsa, and not only did they show up and support, but they are the ones that are out there setting up the field.
Set up the field, right.
They absolutely set up the field. And so I'm going to give a shout out to one of my friends, Daniel DeVore, the president of the Tulsa Armory. I want to give a shout out to the good work that they did this season. Despite the fact that they're out of the playoffs, they did a good job with with all the tasks that they had to do in order to keep a club in their town.
There's supporting your team, and then there's physically supporting your team.
Absolutely, and that's what the Armory did this season. So give a shout out to them. Had a good time sharing some beers with them when we played the Roughnecks, and then had a beer with them when we played them at home.
We are having to come out and clear this ball.
All the way to Waleed.
Bit by bit, Little Rock is starting to figure out this FC Wichita defense.
Well, Benanma, if you look at Benanma, he's got himself set up between the right back and the center back. Good step there from Togba, but it's missed by Eddie Gomez.
And a great through ball.
Run?
He is offside. Again, that must have just been very, very close. Seemed like he timed his run perfectly.
Quick restart from Wichita.
Ball played in. Togba with it at his feet. Rolls it for Clare. It's going to fall to Nelson Landaverde. Landaverde has a shot, but it comes off a Little Rock defender, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. Couple of good chances there. Eddie Gomez receiving some instructions on the sideline. Uzi Teyu and Jared Robbins are both going up. Clare should whip this ball in with plenty of pace.
33rd minute here in Wichita. Corner kick for Wichita. Back post!
Oh.
Jared Robbins off of the post.
I think that's exactly what they were looking for. Uzi Teyu gets ahead to it, and it's out for a goal kick.
Uzi plays it off of the defender. They're looking for a corner kick. Jared Robbins hitting the post. Wichita knocking on the door.
And it looked like that was exactly the play that FC Wichita was looking for there. with Claire whipping that ball back post and finding the head of Robbins. Unfortunate for it to not go in. Little Rock now. Striking forward. It's Benema.
Benanma. He's stripped.
Olorunfemi plays it back for Mark Weir.
Nelson Landaverde going to get to this.
Keeps the ball in play. Oh, a little bit of interference there. It's going to be a free kick for FC Wichita. See here on the MJ Productions replay. Landaverde, the defender just runs right into him to break up
Knocks
the play.
him down, slows it down, professional foul, whatever you want to call it.
Claire's going to take this free kick. Looks like not getting all of the space. The referee's calling him out for it. Should be real easy to give him 10 yards.
You got to step back another yard.
That's one thing I am grateful for when there's football lines.
Because he's still not 10 yards.
Still not 10 yards. Ball comes through.
Oh baby!
That's Andreas Ochoa.
Had Waleed's feet stuck in the cement.
If that ball.
That's side netting. Here it is. Matt Clare plays that in. Short. Waleed watches it just past the post. FC Wichita with another opportunity. 35th minute here in Wichita.
And that's another set piece opportunity that goes exactly the way FC Wichita wants it, and it just doesn't end up in the back of the net.
Well, Wichita has been dangerous on set pieces all year long. Unfortunately, falling victim to some set pieces themselves.
Free kick now for Little Rock. They'll switch the field. Falls to the head of Olorunfemi. Little Rock regains possession.
Ulysses on the ball.
He's looking for the cross. Shoves off the defender.
Mark Weir gobbles that up. Well done there from the Big Scott.
Watching Weir in warm-ups tonight, there's a level of focus there that is unbelievable. I mean, he is ready for this game. He's going to go out and show everybody why he is the best goalkeeper in this conference.
Well, Mark Weir winning the conference goalie title last year. And when I say that, I mean voted again as the NPSL goalkeeper, Heartland Conference Goalkeeper of the Year. Getting it from the coaches this year. There's Matt Clare. Look at this.
He's going to have a chance at it. He's got help from Leo Sosa. Trying to find some help.
Plays the ball wide, finds Olorunfemi. And Olorunfemi with glory in his eyes launches that thing.
Yeah, off the outside of his foot, causing it to shoot and curve the wrong way, not towards the goal. But a great run for him coming from defense.
Beautiful for Matt Clare to find him over there, and just really should have done better. 37th minute here, still 0-0. Waleed going to have a goal kick for Little Rock. Looks like he's probably going to play this short over here to Nick Doyle.
Yeah, look for a long ball though, potentially to switch the field. They've got their man wide, but instead they're going to attack Olorunfemi again.
Benanma chests the ball back to Ulysses. It's intercepted by Andres Ochoa, who plays the ball off of the defender for a Wichita throw-in.
Finds the head of Leo Sosa. And Landaverde's going to fight for this one.
They're going to press this. Waleed sends the ball forward. Going to find Uzi Teyu.
Togba plays it back to Kieran Laking. Laking finds Matt Clare.
Matt gets the ball under control. Look at Victor Olorunfemi making that run.
Right, and they were looking for him there. Unfortunate.
They were looking to play that ball forward to Bonanma, just played a little bit off. Looks like Little Rock's got some players warming up. We've got number 4 and number 5 from Little Rock warming up. That's Sabello and then Carlos Beltran warming up for Little Rock. Not sure if we're going to see some substitutions this first half or if those guys are just getting off their feet to get some blood flowing. It's early, it'd be an early substitution, 39th minute, here in Wichita. A little early for a substitution, but Coach Thompson might be looking to make some changes. He doesn't like what he sees.
Yeah, it might be one of those just, shock the defense with a personnel change right before halftime and make them deal with somebody new for 5 minutes. Hope you can cause a mistake and capitalize by putting the ball in the back of the net. Ball comes in. Olorunfemi deals with it. Landaverde's now back in the midfield. Gets taken out. No call from the official.
Right in front of the referee, as a matter of fact. Well, take note, players.
So Eddie Gomez is dropping back into the defensive mid position. Ochoa's pushed up. Up top right now is Togba, Ochoa, and Leo Sosa. Matt Clare back in the midfield as well.
They were looking for Sosa, playing a through ball through to Sosa. Intercepted by the Little Rock defender. I missed it, who it was, but it was defended well. Little Rock with the ball. They're playing it wide. Finds Jaden Hoth. Jaden Hoth pushing forward, taking some space. Back and forth with Daishi. Jaden Hoth, step over move. Defended well. And well defended there by Little Rock. Good one-touch work there between Nelson Landaverde and Matt Clare. Here goes Matt Clare. Wichita content to possess the ball in the back. 40th minute, 41st minute. Uzi plays the ball forward, finds Matt Clare all alone. Good touch here from Matt Clare to keep the ball under control. Plays the ball wide. Finds Kieran Laking. And Kieran was looking to send a ball inside the 18 with his left boot and just got every bit of it.
I think he was
got every bit of it.
Doing everything he could just to get that ball in. Unfortunately, just a little too much.
Well, they're putting the ball boys to work tonight here in Wichita.
Ball played back in by Waleed. Little Rock looks content to possess a little bit here.
Well, Wichita hitting the woodwork once. Little Rock clearing the ball off of the line, in essence, clearing some sure goals. Little Rock's got to be content to be 0-0 here, right here. And they're looking for opportunities. So not sure what Guadron was trying to do there. Not sure if he was looking for Bonanma or if he was actually taking a shot on goal, but that didn't look dangerous at all.
It was a great cut back inside, but I would have liked to have seen him lay that off to somebody.
Look, probably a through ball to Donald Bonanma would have been probably better, and probably what Bonanma was looking for on that inside run. They got their wires crossed a little bit there in the 42nd minute here. Wichita with the ball. This is Uzi Teyu. Uzi pushing people forward. Uzi not wearing the captain's band. Uzi often, he's certainly the general of the back. And often you'll hear him barking orders to the rest of the club. Plays the ball forward, finds James Togba. That's a beautiful ball played forward. Togba still on the ball. Togba with speed.
Landaverde, Sosa, Olorunfemi all pushing up to give him an option in the box. And he's going to be called for a foul. Be a free kick here for Little Rock. 43rd minute.
Really haven't been much stoppages, Zach, and the temperatures haven't called for any kind of any water breaks.
Yeah, temperature tonight at kickoff was around 89 degrees. So much cooler night than Wednesday. No wind, though, out there.
And here's Nelson Landiverdi on the ball, right side of the ball here. He's looking for Leo Sosa, finds him. Somebody inside the 18. He's looking for somebody, he's looking for space. Matt Clare hits it. It's deflected by the defender, still inside the 18, and it's cleared away. Victor Olorunfemi steps up. Victor still with the ball. Victor Olorunfemi still with the ball. Turned by Matt Clare. Matt has a shot left-footed and got a little bit of glory stuck in his eye and shot that over the top. 44th minute. Wichita still trying to put one up on the board here. Lots of opportunities. Still trying to give Wichita fans something to get up off their butts about tonight here in Wichita. Well, we're going to give a shout out here in a second. We've got somebody here in the booth with us tonight. Is one of our local artists, our local rappers. He's a Wichita homegrown artist, and he's a soccer player himself, Zacharino, and his name is Lucid. Zach, you want to throw him a headset here real quick? We'll say hi to Lucid real quick here.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What are you thinking, Lucid? What do you think of the game so far?
Man, this is awesome. This is the first game I made it out to this year, but this is dope, man. The energy is crazy. It's
the energy. We got some supporters out there beating the drums and all that other stuff,
yeah.
And so you're a soccer player yourself, more of an indoor player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I try.
More of an indoor player. So what do you think about? Are you recognizing any of these players out here? I know you're tight with Leo Sosa out there.
Yes, Kieran. I played with, and then I didn't play with anyone else. I thought Taylor was on this team, Taylor Henry, and then
Taylor was.
Alex Morgan I played with a little bit, just here and there. But yeah, man, this is cool. There's a lot of new faces, couple ones that I recognize.
Well, tell us about your CD, Lucid, and tell us how we can get your CD.
I just dropped my album God Willing on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, you name it. My debut video with XV, who was signed to Warner Bros, just dropped. It's called Up Now. You can find it on YouTube. But follow me on all social media at Lucid316, Lucid 316. Like he said, Wichita grown, man. I'm always repping the city, so anything I can do to help.
Well, Lucid, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Having me, man.
I have that CD. It's dope as hell. You'll love it. Absolutely love it.
Yes.
Up Now, it's kicking it. So there's halftime for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny Freedom on behalf of FC Wichita. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to have a short break here. We're going to have Ryan from the Red Watch on for some halftime. We'll talk about some 4th Division soccer, and we'll be back here in just a second.
Thank you for having me, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little quick halftime show, as I mentioned before. You know, here in Wichita, one of the things that we like to do is we like to talk about grassroots soccer in Wichita. You know, Wichita, some people call it semi-pro, some people call it amateur. The reality is here in Wichita, it's amateur soccer. But it's a gateway team here in Wichita. It's a building block team. It provides not only a youth academy program to grow the youth game in Wichita, but also it's a light at the end of the tunnel. It provides an opportunity for kids to see, hey, this is an opportunity for me to maybe potentially become a professional player. It provides me an opportunity while I come home from my college team, maybe I can get some touches over the summer. And so I'm here with one of the members of the Red Watch. I'm here with Ryan. We call him Kaiser. We call him Ryan. He's got a big, if you haven't seen Ryan before, he's a big, huge dude. He lifts weights. He's got gigantic triceps. He's flexing them at me here right now. He's got this gorgeous, juicy, thick beard. He's got long hair. He's handsome as hell, ladies and gentlemen, and he's a supporter from Little Rock, Arkansas, the Red Watch. Ryan, thanks for coming on and hanging with me, brother.
Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you. Let's talk a little bit. Well, first of all, tell us about, just for the fans, for the people who are tuning in, tell them what the Red Watch is.
All right, the Red Watch is an independent supporters group of the Little Rock Rangers, formed last season. So we're going into our, I guess, completing our second soccer season and going into really our second full year.
So you guys are, in essence, for fans who don't know what supporters are, there's fans and then there's supporters. Fans are the people that sit, go, yay, every once in a while, have a little popcorn, have a little soda pop, maybe a beer or two.
Right.
The supporters are the freaks over in the corners with the drums, the scarves, maybe the kilts, in your guys' particular case.
Yeah.
They pop the smoke when the goals get scored, but they're the chants and they sing, and they're really the heart and soul of really the fan support for the players. If you notice the players running over to a certain group after the end of the game, well, then probably that group had an impact on the game and the players appreciate it. Would you agree with that, Ryan?
Absolutely.
So that's what that is. Well, let's talk a little bit. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about is, grassroots soccer. The ownership in Little Rock has really been impressive to me. I know it's one guy kind of running the show there in Little Rock. I know he has a little bit of help. But, grassroots soccer in America kind of starts with small clubs like Little Rock and Wichita, don't you think?
Absolutely. Well, and we tell Jonathan Wardlaw, the owner of the Little Rock Rangers, because he's always coming over thanking us after every game. Thanks for being there. Thanks for singing. Thanks for being on your feet 90-plus minutes every week. And we're like, you know what? We wouldn't be here if you hadn't started a team here. And years prior, decades prior, people just overlooked Arkansas as youth programs, academies. It was considered a soccer desert, quoted in many national soccer magazines, just because a lot of products weren't coming out of there as far as collegiate products and candidates. And so we tell him, you know what, ultimately, those that start a soccer team, especially a community soccer team, an amateur soccer team, you're a soccer supporter. And so when you choose to start a team and take over team leadership or in a front office, you're kind of setting aside the support to kind of be a shinier kind of front office look for everyone to that represents the team. And so when you can have a supporters group start up behind that. I know some other teams around the country, maybe the front office has something to do with their own supporters and try to prop them up or create their own. We really value the grassroots, independent supporters groups. And you find a way to help the team, obviously, any way you can, but we're strictly independent. The team does everything they can to support us and allow us to be independent. When we've had issues in the past with maybe stadium security, getting their wires crossed and messages crossed on whether or not what we were allowed, whether it was smoke or banners or flags, the team FOs always stepped in to kind of defend us on that, to the point where they said if there was a greater issue there, that they would rather leave that field and find a new home than have us be shut down in any way. So, when you look at Major League Soccer. That's great support. Oh, absolutely. And
Major League Soccer hasn't been that way at all.
No, not at all.
With most teams.
Absolutely. So we've been very fortunate there. And I do want to go back real quick. I mean, all fans are supporters. They support in their own way. Like you mentioned, we are kind of the nuts. We're the ones that are going to be on our feet. We're going to be the ones that maybe had a little more liquid courage going in and kind of carrying us through the game. Maybe halftime, finding a little more of that. And coming back for the second half, chants, songs, you borrow some from other established teams, make it your own. You kind of come up with some unique ones based on maybe your town, your state.
Players.
Absolutely.
Chants for players and that you guys like and that like you.
Yes, sir.
We get it completely. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you about, and I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about it, and you can tell them and say, Johnny, I don't want to talk about it. I was going to talk about this little, the writing thing that's going on where you guys have some writers writing about lower division soccer. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a couple other founders and I, and that would be Dan Vaughn and Spencer. His last name suddenly escapes me. I apologize, Spencer. With Bury My Heart USA and I talked about how we just wanted to create a soccer forum and news network that was strictly concentrated and for lower league soccer in America alone. So we're going to cover the National Premier Soccer League, the NPSL, which FC Wichita and Little Rock Rangers are a part of, as well as the UPSL. And we're breaking it down by conferences. So every conference is going to have a journalist contact that'll be in that team. We're going to be writing recaps each week. We're going to be doing features on each team. We're going to be in constant contact with the teams throughout the year, not just in season, but off season, talking to them about the coaches, if there's a story there that we want to cover about maybe a transition from year to year, something new that's happening and developing with that club, or if they have a player with a unique story they want to highlight. Tentatively, we're planning to launch in about 4 weeks. So we'll be writing a lot of features going into the off season on the NPSL, covering the UPSL fall season. And tentatively, the name of it is Protagonist Soccer. If you want to look us up on social media, it's Protagonist USA or Protagonist Soccer. If you go to the website, you can sign up for web updates for our actual launch. And we're really looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of people trying to, with podcast and with print and with different websites and blogs trying to cover lower league soccer. There's a lot of clubs out there in America that's flying under the radar under the MLS and USL levels. And a lot of them don't get covered just because there are so many. So we're splitting it up. We have about 24 riders with us now. If there's anyone out there that would like to join us, we're always taking more. We're more than happy to split the load on conferences. So if you're watching and you're a fan of a team or a club here in the NPSL Heartland, the more the merrier. It lightens the workload for us all. We're all able to pursue more stories, highlight more players, more coaches, more staffs, more teams, more cities. Please reach out to Protagonist Soccer USA. You can find us on Twitter. We have an email there that you can reach us at the link.
Yeah, and it's awesome stuff, and that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you. It's amazing what's going on in lower division soccer right now. One of the kind of the interesting clubs that I've personally been following because I used to work there is the Bug Eaters.
Yes.
In Nebraska. They have, the Bug Eaters, and I give a shout out to the Bug Eaters. Their merch game is strong right now, isn't it? So is somebody going to be covering the Bug Eaters?
Yeah, we do have someone covering the UPSL Midwest West. Shout out Jonathan Kalura, owner of the Bug Eaters. Hey, buddy, I'm famous now. No, Jonathan has been a great friend of ours, has reached out, put us in touch with their supporters group, kind of been able to work and collaborate with a lot of supporters group. We did a support local soccer kind of sticker promotion in the season and through the season, and we had, I think, about 30 or 40 teams overall ended up either directly with us and ordering with us in a group order or kind of coming on later on ordering support local soccer. So we had like a basic printout for them to use, and then they could add their own logos, their own wording, and then add their social media. The idea being is go out, a cheap way to go out and guerrilla advertise your team in your city. So, a stop sign downtown, stick a sticker.
Right.
A shop window downtown, stick a sticker. If you get in trouble for it, don't look me up, please. But, just neat ways to get the community at large. Maybe you're just a fan that sits in the back row, and you know what? You're there. You paid for a ticket. You're supporting your team. You're no less important than the guys that are jumping around. You're probably less sweaty. But you can also be a part of the team and sticking a sticker. Be a part of the team and volunteering. Volunteer at their merch table, volunteer at their ticket office, volunteer as, a much older ball girl or ball boy for your team. Community soccer, amateur soccer, lower tier, lower level, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to turn volunteers away.
There's always a place where you can fit into lower tier soccer, without a doubt. Well, we got about 5 minutes left, and I want to give you an opportunity to get back over to your supporters group you can get hydrated.
I will.
I know you need some water.
You cut up my halftime walk to the park.
Right, I know. So, I wanted to get you on because I felt what you had to say was important.
Johnny,
Ryan,
thank you.
No, it's my pleasure, man, and it was I'm glad that you guys traveled here, and I wanted to, and Zach and I talked about it on the air prior, is that supporters groups coming from and visiting each other's stadiums, visiting each other, sitting down before games, having beers, having food, talking about lower division soccer does nothing bad for soccer. It only grows the game. And so I want to thank you, and I want to thank everyone that came over from Little Rock, from all your supporters who are here from the Red Watch supporting your club. Thank you very much. It's been an exciting match so far. No matter what happens, Zach and I talked, and whoever gets a chance to represent the Heartland Conference is going to earn it tonight.
Yes.
So thanks to the Red Watch, and thank you, Ryan, for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in about 4.5 minutes for second half action on behalf of FC Wichita. I'm Johnny Freedom. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast, this Heartland Conference Playoff Championship matchup between the hosts, Wichita, and the visiting Little Rock Rangers. I'm Johnny Freedom on behalf of FC Wichita. With me is Zacharino, Zach Light, MJ Productions, bringing you this live stream match. Producer is Mike Zarich. We thank you for tuning in for first half. 0-0 here after the first 45 minutes here at Trinity Academy in Wichita.
Breaking news out of Laredo, Texas. The Houston Dutch Lions FC are up 1-0 on the Laredo Heat.
Well, looks like they scored early, Zach.
They did. They scored very early in the match.
They scored in the 8th minute. Rogers finds the back of the net in the 8th minute, gives the Lions an early 1-0 lead. Go Lions! FC Wichita wins tonight, and they get Houston wins tonight. Then Houston's coming to Wichita. Wichita going to be hosting them on Wednesday. Unfortunately for you Little Rock fans, if Little Rock wins tonight, you guys are going wherever in Texas,
wherever
wins,
the
man.
winds take you.
That's right, man. And that's going to either be Laredo, which I hope it isn't for you, because that's a long, long way down south, or Houston. So we got 45 minutes to work that out. Zacharino plus stoppage time. There's going to be a winner tonight. There's no draw tonight, 45 minutes. Then they'll do two 15-minute stoppage periods, and then it'll go to penalty kicks. So I know the two coaches here tonight, Coach Thompson and Coach Shoemaker, are hoping to work this out in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, either team can establish a lot of momentum in this match by scoring a goal in the first 5 minutes of this second half.
Well, I don't see any substitutions that have taken place here, so the coaches are still going with their current lineups. FC Wichita intercepting that. James Togba.
Little Rock does a good job of getting the foot on the ball.
A lot of pressure coming from Little Rock.
Houston has been awarded a penalty kick. A player was taken down in the box. So they're looking to go up 2-0 on Laredo.
Well, if you caught our halftime show talking with Ryan from the Red Watch, Ryan talking grassroots soccer in America, talking about a writing project that he's got going on with some other 4th Division soccer supporters to give coverage to teams that normally wouldn't have coverage. A lot of good soccer happening in lower levels in America.
Absolutely. The growth of the game over the past few years, really over the past decade, has been incredible. And kudos to guys like that who want to see something bigger happen in the lower leagues. You know, I, for one, I don't need to see 32 teams in MLS. I'd rather U.S. soccer invest in these lower leagues and making the game more accessible for people to play.
Absolutely agree 100%, Zach, and that's why we wanted to bring Ryan on to talk about that. We want to grow the game in America, and certainly that's one of the ways to do that. We're going to have on the air for you here in a second, Zach. I'll have you handle this one, Zach. We're going to have Jamie Richenberger, goalkeeper for FC Wichita. They just completed their season. Jamie, local homegrown talent from Bishop Carroll. Played 4 years at Bishop Carroll as the goalkeeper. Then she went on to Butler County for a couple years, and now she's at going to be starting her senior season at Northern Iowa. Welcome, Jamie.
Hi, thank you very much.
So, Jamie, another great season between the pipes for the FC Wichita women's team. What's it been like being out on the field with this group this year?
It was amazing. The girls I played with are girls I grew up against that I never had the chance to play with. I always knew just local talent, and we were spread out around the team, so we didn't all get together. So it's an amazing opportunity to be able to come together as collegiate players and represent the city of Wichita, the city we grew up in, and the city where we fell in love playing the game.
Is there a favorite performance that you've had so far this season?
So actually when we traveled down to Little Rock with only 9 girls, that was beyond my favorite game we played of the season, because who can say they went to play a game with 9 players and came back with a point out of it?
Yeah, that's an incredibly difficult situation to be in.
It's very.
And then to come away with definitely a crucial point there. So
Yes.
thoughts on the game so far tonight? I don't know if you've been here and been
Yes,
watching.
I have. I think it's a very midfield game. It's not, either team has had some solid chances, but not a lot of chances like I'd expect out of them. So I think it's going to come down to one team's going to get a breakaway opportunity, and whoever can put it away first is going to come out with it. And hopefully it's our team here.
Yeah, it's definitely a tight game. I think it's going to come down to a defensive mistake.
Yes, definitely.
Unfortunately. So
Yes.
no, I don't think any team wants to have that happen.
I agree. Nobody wants to be part of that.
So what is next for Jamie going into the fall?
Going into the fall, I'm going to go in for my senior season. Hopefully we will finish out my career strong, and from there, who knows what will happen. Ooh,
Shot there from Little Rock.
just wide.
Sails wide. It'll be a goal kick for Weir.
But yeah, going in, hopefully finish out the senior campaign strong. Hopefully get some results out of it. Get a conference championship is the goal, like always, and go on the nationals and see what we can do.
Any idea the strength of the squad this year?
We're returning a lot, but we also have a heavy incoming class of 16 people. So
Wow.
yeah, will be interesting. We're going to be a big squad this year, but a lot of older talent, which will help us carry on the team far, that we can train the incoming players because they're going to need a lot of experience out there with them.
So one thing Johnny and I were talking about in the pregame was kind of the growth of soccer, not just in Wichita, but in small towns like Wichita throughout the country, and how players like you and coming back to play for FC Wichita can be a huge influence on kids playing in the community, showing them that there is a high level of soccer that you can play at, not just limited to the high-end pro level or the just high school, college soccer.
Yeah.
Was that ever an aspiration for you to play at a high level? I mean, is there a future in the pros for you at some point?
I would hope. I'm going to actually do the WPSL International Combine here next weekend, so I'm going to go partake in that and, see what comes about it, just to experience it and say I did it. But, growing up, I never thought that would ever happen. You always had the dreams of doing it, but until FC Wichita started their team last year, there was no opportunities for females to even get the look at it. But I'm excited for it. if something comes about it, I'll carry on playing. If not, you will most likely catch me back out here next season.
Right on. One of the things when I've been able to have the chance to call the women's games with Johnny is how tough you are. You are, I would say, not reckless in a bad way, but you are willing to do anything to make a save.
Yes.
What is that wear and tear like? Where does that fearlessness come from?
Honestly, the wear and tear is there. I've had 2 surgeries. I've been through it. It happens. It's part of the game. But I don't know. I guess as a goalkeeper, you kind of have to have that instinct of you're going to have to go for this ball and lay your body on the line legitimately for it. And in the moment, you don't have time to think about it. That, oh, hey, I'm going to go down, but this person's also going to possibly kick you. It happens,
Right.
It's part of the game. But yeah, as long as I don't think about it, it's something that's just kind of like a natural to me at this point, and I love it. There's some times where I'm like, oh man, I got to go down for this tackle, and it's gonna hurt. But as long as it's not a goal, it's worth it.
Right.
It is worth it.
It looks like a substitution now for Little Rock. Number 4 is coming in. That's Sabello. He is replacing, we'll see in just a moment. That is number 12, Trevor Reed, coming off. So Sabello adding some speed to the attack. It looks like a 4-2-3-1 now. A change in formation for Little Rock. Uzi Teyu looking to play this ball out of the back. So we know stylistically the 4-3-3 is kind of the formation of FC Wichita. Do you
Yes.
see advantages to playing in that situation as a goalkeeper, or is there preference with a more traditional like 4-4-2 kind of thing for you?
For me, as long as I got 4 defenders, I'm good with it. That's not an issue. But I like having the attack forward also, because you want your 3 forwards that are going to have the opportunities to have someone to play around them and play with them. But as long as you can get forward and attack, but if you're going to go up there, you better be able to get your butt back in defense.
Right.
So you can go forward in whatever formation you want, and just as long as I'm there or you're there for defending and I don't have to do something to cover you or something like that, then we're good.
Yeah, I really like the change here from Little Rock going into the 4-2-3-1. That always seems to be kind of the killer for the 4-3-3 if executed properly. If you have the personnel to do it. Oh, clearance there from Kieran Laking. Little Rock trying to tee up there on the ball, plays the ball back.
They're definitely getting more offense out of this formation.
Right. And a free kick has been awarded. Referee's having some words with James Togba. Mark Weir's going to put this one back into play. So, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I loved representing FC Wichita this season, and hopefully I'll be back again to do it.
Good luck with what comes next in the college season. Have a great season.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Rejoined now by Mr. Johnny Freedom.
Yeah, I'm back. We always love hearing. Are you thirsty, Jamie? You want a water? You can have it if you want it.
We have like a whole cooler of them.
We have a cooler of them. So if you want a water, here's a cap. You can even have the cap. Isn't that sweet of me? Okay, we'll see you at Jerseys, Jamie. Jamie Richenberger, local homegrown goalkeeper. Really the heart and soul of the women's FC Wichita women. Had a fantastic season for FC Wichita. Really kept them in the match. Speaking of having a great season, how about local All-State agent Kenton Hoffman? He's a proud sponsor for FC Wichita. Call Kenton at 316-776-0777 or stop by his office located at 228 North Baltimore in Derby. Ball coming in, that's collected by Waleed. Also, we want to also give a shout out to some of our sponsors that keep us kicking it. Mid-America Orthopedics. Also, Dr. Kyson Frank, our team Cairo. We want to thank our team masseuse, Eddie Uloa. Also, our club title sponsor this season, Wheat State Insurance. That's Kenton Hoffman, All-State Insurance agent. And Jerseys Bar and Grill. That's our post-game party spot. Also, our away watch party spot. And also want to thank Firehouse Subs at both locations in Wichita for feeding the boys. We appreciate it. Well, FC Wichita here with some possession. Nelson Landaverde goes down there hard. He's knocked down by Donald Benama.
Going into the 57th minute, I'm kind of surprised to see nobody up on the FC Wichita bench. Again, all of these players started the midweek semifinal match. Got to be some tired legs out there right now.
Well, most of them only played 60 or 70 minutes.
It's true.
Because of the fact that, you know, Wichita had you know what, a 2-goal lead at halftime and scored within the first 20 minutes.
Leo Sosa trying to make something happen. I'm not sure I saw the foul there.
Not sure either. Leo looked obstructed to me, but the referee's right there. And who are we to challenge the referee, Zacharina? Well, we're in the 58th minute. Here in Wichita, still 0-0. It's a tight match. We knew it was going to be tight. Shouldered off the ball is Ochoa. Ochoa's still with the ball. They're giving him space.
Claire's there to cross it. Can't find Landaverde. Falls to Leo Sosa.
Leo has a shot. Really should have done better. I'd like to have seen Ochoa take that shot on goal right there. You know, he laid a ball off really into defenders, into the path of defenders. Have a shot, Andres.
We do have another update from Laredo. Houston was awarded a penalty kick in the 21st minute. They did convert. It is 2-0 Houston.
Houston Dutch Lions leading Laredo in Laredo. For you all who are keeping up, whoever wins this match tonight is going to face the winner of that Lone Star Conference Championship. If it's Wichita, Wichita is going to be hosting the match. If it's Houston, if it's Laredo, Wichita travels to Laredo. No matter what, Little Rock's traveling. I can tell you over the course of the season, Laredo's been the more powerful club. They've been gone 10-0 on the season, 11-0 if you count the playoff match.
You know, it's a long, grinding regular season.
Dutch Lions, yeah, it is a grinding season. And you know what? It's not a regular season match, Zach. You know, it's a situation where win or go home, basically.
It's completely different in the playoffs. You can go undefeated in the regular season. You can be a great team in the regular season. But every game is different. The mentality has to be different when you're going into a knockout playoff match where it's one and done. If you lose, you go home. Right now, Houston's stepping up huge. And we're still looking for a breakthrough in this match for one of these teams. Of course, they'll meet the winner of that match. Great ball in, dealt with.
That's cleared away by number 3, Ben Watson, great defender from Little Rock. They go short corner.
Tees it up for Claire, Landaverde does. Nelson.
That was blocked by Justin Robinson. And ball goes over the end line. Going to be a goal kick coming up for Little Rock in the 60th minute. Again, lots of opportunities for both clubs here. Just whoever puts one in the back of the net is going to win this one, baby. And it's going to be a tight game. Could be a 1-0, 2-0 game here, Zach.
And we knew that going into it, that both teams have solid defenses. Both teams have solid attacks. Both goalkeepers have been fantastic so far. You know, you hate for it to come down to a defensive mistake. A great step from Robbins there. Falls back to Little.
Bananma. Man, Bananma dangerous. Puts Uzi on the ground with that cutback.
That's a hard guy to put on the ground.
I'll tell you what, Uzi's Teyu, I don't care what anybody, what the coaches say, he's the best center back in the conference.
FC Wichita looking for a counter there.
Throwing bodies around, doing anything they can to win, to catch an advantage here in this match. Bananma, a couple step overs. He's shaky, man. Good player. Quick feet.
You know, in talking with Jamie, we were talking about how the Little Rock seemed to morph into a 4-2-3-1, which seems to be a little bit more difficult if you play a 4-3-3 formation to deal with. As they're still sending, Little Rock is still sending a defender forward, almost to where they're teasing 3 in the back sometimes, but you can see it now. And it almost looks a little bit more like a 4-3-3 now for Little Rock. Great ball. Finds Sosa. Sosa's going to tee it up for Claire. Claire can't get there.
Great run from Sosa, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take something special.
That ball cleared out. Finds the feet of Robbins.
Switched all the way over to the left side of the pitch, Kieran Laking. Eddie Gomez all alone over there.
FC Wichita doing a great job of just kind of holding on to the ball and looking for their chances. Can't say there's been a wasted opportunity for FC Wichita tonight. There's definitely been some unfortunate, ball off the woodwork and a set piece that just goes wide.
Jaron Robbins hitting the woodwork on a set piece earlier in the match.
Claire's calling for the ball in midfield. Finds Andreas Ochoa. Ochoa finds Togba. Togba gets tripped up there, and the official's gonna give a free kick.
Togba saying that's 2-3 times now he's been held up. What he considers to be a goal-scoring opportunity.
Have to agree with him there.
That's how they're handling him. You know, Togba, a lot like Benanma, a lot of speed, quick on the ball. His acceleration is tough to deal with. You know, FC Wichita defenders dealing with Benanma, the Don, and Little Rock defenders dealing with James Togba.
Can hear
it's going to be a free kick here.
You can hear the crowd waking up there a little bit. It's going to be Claire whipping it into the box. Not a lot of height on it. Togba collects. Togba sends it back in. Ochoa's there. Can't get a boot on it.
Good effort there from Ochoa. Throws his body, everything into it to try to get a touch on it to play the ball back across the 18. And he just out of his reach. Going to be a goal kick coming up for Little Rock.
Here's the replay, and you can see.
Just missed it. And he threw his leg out there. I mean, there's probably no chance of getting that, but he gave it a good effort there and can't argue with the effort from, and at any point of any match, of Andres Ochoa. Andres Ochoa, California native. Just graduated from Pacific University in California. Any pro scouts looking for a defensive mid, look no further than Andres Ochoa. Ball played back to the big Scott, Mark Weir. Uzi Teu
pushing forward. Looking for Togba. He's going to find Ben Watson instead.
And they've got numbers here.
Little Rock moving quickly.
Sabello all alone on that right flank. He's calling for the ball. He's going to get it. Little Rock with the ball pushing forward, looking for numbers. Ulysses on the ball. There's a turn. It's shut down.
Claire does well to collect it there.
Togba playing the ball forward, looking for Uzi. Uzi made a run. Uzi going to work his way back to that center back position.
Looked like Wichita was trying to find a very quick paced counterattack opportunity there. You know, as soon as Claire played the ball back to Togba, he was off to the races. But
well, if you notice, when FC Wichita has the ball, you're going to see, you know, a good 10 players behind the ball for Little Rock. And so Wichita, in order to break that defense down, is going to need to do something on a counter, like right here. There's James Togba.
Referee played advantage there. The Little Rock player down. He's back on his feet. Looks like Little Rock is readying another substitution.
And that's number 5, Carlos Beltran, getting ready to come in for Little Rock. Assistant referee's got his hand in the air indicating a substitution's coming in. We'll let you know, Little Rock fans, who's it's going to be. Cordoba with the shot. And it goes wide. No really trouble there for Mark Weir. 67th minute, going to see a substitution. We're also seeing some FC Wichita players warming up. I'm watching Ben Endo over there warming up. He has been substituted in the past for Kieran Laking. And coming out to number 23, that's Daishi Yukiro. Well, Wichita fans, you're in good hands with Derby Allstate agent Kenton Hoffman. For a free quote, stop by his office at 228 North Baltimore or give him a call today. Wichita with the ball here, Zach.
68th minute.
Diego Serafati getting warmed up as well. I see Blake up talking, speaking with the two coaches, deciding what he's going to do. As far as substitutions are concerned, need to get a spark in the offense here, need to get something going. Just need one opportunity, one goal. We'll break this open.
I do love the idea of Endo coming in for Laking and almost pushing it up into the midfield.
Here's Matt Clare.
Oh, Togba but cleaned out. Referee's playing advantage. Sosa with the ball. Finds Ochoa. Ochoa driving out wide. 2 defenders on him, though. Little Rock dispossesses him. Togba's back on his feet.
Donald
Looks like he's gonna
Bananma.
be okay. Finds Ulysses. Oh, and a dangerous shot from distance. Now the referee.
Referee reaching into his pocket. For number 3, Ben Watson. Gives him a yellow card for that tackle. And good on the referee. You know what I mean? He didn't have to come back and issue the card. He allowed the play to continue on. It was a tough tackle. Ben Watson, I don't think there was any malice intended there. I think Watson was going for the ball. He just got a little bit too much of Togba, but good on the referee to come back. He felt the card needed to be issued to come back.
Great
and go ahead and
officiating.
do that. That is good officiating. He's been fair tonight.
Ben Endo is checking in with the 4th official now. He's not going to get in before the goal kick is played. So at the next stoppage, we'll see Ben Ando come in.
Ben Ando wearing the number 11 jersey. He's a Scottish international. Played academy ball with the Rangers, youth academy, Rangers in Scotland. Here in America now, going to college. Really, again, a versatile player. We've seen him up top playing the left wing. We've seen him play the right wing. And we've seen him play both back positions as well, left back and right back. He can make those runs. He's great on the ball. He's great vision for only 19 years of age.
Absolutely. And he is going to come in for Laking.
Kieran Laking coming out in the 71st minute. And I want to say something. Kieran Laking, 3 games in a row, 210 minutes without a yellow card.
Hey, Kieran, great job, man.
It's crazy. It's insane. It's insanity. So Diego Serafati getting warmed up. Kieran Laking coming out, great 70 minutes from Kieran Laking. Englishman. Unfortunate touch there. Little Rock with the ball. Get a little help. Wichita gets a little help from the referee.
Like to see Ando streaking down the side there, making an option, or giving an option to dump that ball off. Little Rock upset.
Well, that's Donald Bananma. He's upset with the call. He's upset with the whistle. Wichita fans trying to antagonize him.
Yeah, that's what they do. Togba through, gets clipped. That's Watson again.
And he's through, and Watson really unfortunate there. And I got to be honest with you here, looking at this, it looked like, I don't know if Togba, if he clipped him and then Togba tripped over the ball, or if Togba just tripped over the ball. It looked like maybe Watson got his ankle before he got to the ball. That's a tough call. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want to see him get a yellow card for that.
No, I wouldn't. Because
that would have been a second yellow on Watson. And I'd prefer not to see the game go like that. I prefer to see it go down with 11 players.
Right, and I think in the situation, if it wasn't on a yellow already, you put him on a yellow there, but you don't end his night because of it. Great ball in from Claire.
That's headed away by Justin Robinson.
Clearance there.
Justin Robinson plays the ball out of bounds.
Will be a throw in.
Eddie Gomez got pegged, and it looks like he got pegged in the back of the head with an elbow or a forearm on that play. Not sure if they're going to make him step off or they're going to let him stay on the pitch. Looks like they're going to let him stay on the pitch. No head injury. We certainly don't want to see any of the players here tonight injured in any way.
Claire now with the throw in. Looking for an option. Finally, Sosa comes in. Passes back to Ando. Eddie Gomez switching the field, can't get it wide enough. The falls to Nelson Landaverde. Landaverde digging a shoulder in.
Oh, what a touch there from Andres Ochoa. He was looking.
And Togba runs back, anticipating the ball.
Look at Leo Sosa all over the pitch, winning the ball. Well done from Leo Sosa. All kinds of players falling down, going down now.
Have an update from Laredo. It is halftime. The Houston Dutch Lions FC are still leading the Laredo Heat by a score of 2-0.
Both goals by Rogers. This holds up. Dutch Lions will be representing the Lone Star Conference, and whoever wins this match tonight is going to get settled in hopefully the next 16 minutes here.
Yeah, 75th minute here at Trinity Academy Stadium. FC Wichita playing the ball back in. Still 0-0. A reminder that this game cannot end in a draw. If the score remains tied at the end of the match, 2 15-minute extra time periods will be played, and then if it's still tied after that, it'll be kicks from the penalty spot. You can hear the anticipation for a goal building from the Air Capital Firm. They are getting louder and louder by the minute.
A lot of pressure coming from the forwards, that front line from Wichita on the back line of Little Rock, causing the pressure, forcing a turnover for Little Rock. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in goes to Wichita. Uzi with the ball, Uzi Teyu, number 70. Finds Jared Robbins, the other center back. Jared was looking for Nelson Landaverde.
Now here's a counterattack opportunity.
Finds Gabby Viola.
Giveaway. Wichita keeping the
Donald
pressure.
Benama, this is dangerous.
Uzi Teyu's there. Easily collects it. Run in there from Little Rock to clear that ball out from danger.
It's Togba.
Now Ben Endo finds
Matt Clare.
And Togba sprung. He is onside. The cross comes in. Sosa was the only one making a run, though.
And that was cleared off the line by Nick Doyle. Again, this Little Rock defense standing tall.
Endo with the throw-in. FC Wichita content to possess and compose themselves and wait for the right opportunity. Clare pushing back into midfield. Nelson Landaverde is in the number 9 spot right now. Sosa and Togba out wide. It's almost like Togba and Sosa are out wide, and then
looks like they're playing a 4 front.
Well, it's almost like the 3 midfielders are all pushing up. Just letting the wide guys be wingers and then pushing 3 guys forward, which I think is a great idea. You have to have targets in the box for the way that FC Wichita plays and puts crosses in.
As you can see, we can see some Little Rock players stretching out on the pitch. It's hot out there, ladies and gentlemen, and they've been playing hard.
Right, and again,
78 minutes.
Midweek.
Justin Robinson, number 26, the last player out there stretching. We're going to see a substitution coming in for Little Rock. Number 8, Katsu is coming in. Katsu coming in for Gabby Viola. Number 10, Gabby Viola having a great game. Dangerous. Had a blistering shot. Just went over the crossbar early in the second half.
Here's the throw-in. Falls to FC Wichita.
And Donald Benama going to see yellow.
He just
took out Eddie Gomez.
Just took him out.
Well, Benama looked like he's losing his temper a little bit out there. He better.
And this is not the time to get frustrated.
No,
if you're on
absolutely
either
not.
side, I know you guys want to put this game away, whether you're Little Rock or you're FC Wichita, but composure is a must. Because
Absolutely.
you create opportunities like this for the other team.
Well, the other part of it is, too, is now you're on a yellow. You know, you're playing on a yellow, which means
Claire with the ball in. It's a great ball. Ricochets. Oh. Sosa has a shot.
Sosa gets in there and gets his left foot over the top of it, but Jaden Hoth, defender from Little Rock, is able to get his body in front of it and create enough of diversion for Sosa as he's teeing off, just to cause him not to hit that just as well as he wanted to. Great defending from Jaden Hoth. Gives Little Rock the goal kick. Waleed going to send this off here in a second. We're in the 79th minute, almost 80th minute here in Wichita, still knotted up. Benanma on the ball. Benanma back on the ball. He's dangerous, and this is where he wants it.
Plenty of people in the midfield, but he finds number 4, and he's offside.
Great step there from Ben Endo. It's just as that ball was played forward, Ben steps and draws number 4, Sabello, offsides.
Still some bodies warming up for FC Wichita.
Roberto Gomez warming up for FC Wichita, as well as Diego Serafati. We've got 3 Little Rock players warming up.
Long ball. It's going to find Togba. He's offside. Little Rock puts the ball back into play, and they're looking to build out of the back. Now into the 81st minute.
Dangerous ball played forward.
The defense does well to shield the attacker there and clear the ball, but Little Rock with speed.
Dangerous ball played forward. Benanma. Victor Olorinfemi shuts him down. Well done from Victor. Wichita turning it.
And they're going to go quick. Togba. Oh. And the defender, that was number 26. Justin.
That's Justin Robinson. Great defending from Justin.
Yeah, way to get the ball. Possession now back with FC Wichita, Eddie Gomez.
Good shoulder there, Eddie Gomez.
Ben Ando now finds Ochoa. Ochoa was looking to play the ball wide. Finds Matt Clare instead, who was setting it up for somebody to make a run or potentially to Sosa there.
Great interception here.
Yeah, Gomez does well to win that ball back. He's going to have to fight for it again.
Katsu wins the ball. Katsu on the ball.
Leo Sosa. Nice little chip. Trying to keep possession. That ball off a Little Rock player, but they get the throw in. Now here's a quick throw in.
Uzi Teyu shutting that down. Going to be a goal kick from Mark Weir in the 83rd minute here.
He's going to put the ball back into play quickly. I really kind of expect FC Wichita to pick up the pace in the attack for these last 7 minutes before stoppage time. Again, not a lot of stoppages in the second half.
Great ball played through to Matt Clare.
He is offside. And it looked like he was about a full step offside.
Well, that was a great ball played through by Ben Ando to see that split the defenders with that pass. And just Matt Clare just a step offside. That's unfortunate. Not sure what exactly was going to happen there. He wasn't inside the 18. He wasn't unabated. Had defenders on him, running him down. Not sure what that could have been. But it's Little Rock with the ball right now. Sabello with the ball.
And Endo not giving him much space. That ball's going to go out of play. For an FC Wichita goal
Ben
kick.
Watson sends that ball out of bounds. I'm not sure that's what he was looking for. He's looking to play a ball inside the 18 and just got away from him a little bit. 84th minute, still 0-0.
Both of these teams are looking for that breakthrough. Both of them have shown signs of it. They're both capable of it here in the second half. It's just a matter of which one's going to get it done. Olurunfemi on the outside.
Little Rock providing a ton of pressure. Everything in the middle. Little Rock is just buried in the middle.
Yeah, almost they appear as if they've swapped into a 4-4-2. You know, those formation changes can definitely change things up. And now a great ball from Uzi Teyu. He's looking for Togba.
Well defended there by Justin Robinson. It gives his goalie Waleed an opportunity to collect the ball. And Little Rock restarts.
Both of these teams are going to pick up the pace. We're into the last 5 minutes.
Well defended by Wichita.
Can only expect a minute or two of stoppage at this point. Endo, the fresh legs. Giving that ball to Ochoa. Ochoa finds Claire. Claire gets pushed. Stays composed. Plays the ball forward. Can he get there? Yes. Claire's going to have a shot. And
what great effort from Waleed.
Absolutely.
It's right at him.
9 times out of 10, that's a goal for Claire. He's known for scoring those rockets from outside the box. It's going to be a free kick for Little Rock. A little bit of contact there from Uzi Teyu into number 8. It's Katsu. Little Rock now on the attack.
A lot of space for Little Rock. A lot of space for Little Rock. Katsu with the ball. Left-footed shots blocked by Uzi. Donald Benanma, this is dangerous, but he was offside.
Yeah, I almost think that space was there as kind of a counterattack trap. You know, let him drive the ball forward, dispossess him. And we're going to see a sub for FC Wichita now.
Diego Serafati going to come in, number 20. Diego Serafati, Venezuelan international. Plays college soccer at UMKC, University of Missouri in Kansas City. Division I product.
The second half is underway in Laredo, still 2-0 for the Houston Dutch Lions. The winner of this match will take on the winner of the Laredo Heat Houston Dutch Lions match. Free kick. Matt Clare sends it. Togba is onside. FC Wichita's got to give him a target in the box. Leo Sosa's there. Togba makes his move. There's the cross. Headed away. Back to the feet of Togba. Togba finds Ben Ando on the outside. Ando's going to send it in. It's off the arm of number 4. And Waleed does a great job keeping it in play. Not sending it back in very quickly is Waleed. Would think that they would want to go for a counterattack opportunity there.
I think he's waiting for numbers to push out of the back. They had 11 players behind the ball.
The 88th minute. Still 0-0 here at Trinity Academy Stadium. Little Rock on the attack. Possessing, looking for their opportunity. They're going to look for it out wide. I believe that's Benema.
It's Benama. Ball goes out of bounds. You're going to get that right. Just call him the Don, man. Just call him the Don. He's the Don of soccer.
I mean, the Little Rock fans are used to me calling things the wrong name, so.
That's all right. And they understand, Zaccarino. 89th minute.
Throw in. It's going to go out for a corner.
Dangerous corner kick coming up for Little Rock. 89th minute. Little Rock sending everybody forward. They're sending just one back. Covering up Matt Clare. Well, they got two back now. But I don't blame them, pushing numbers in there. They don't want to get caught on a counter.
Here comes the kick. There is a breeze that's starting to pick up now, and it looks
ball
like...
headed over. It's going to be a throw-in for Little Rock, 89th minute. About to go in the 90th minute here.
And here comes the substitution. It looks like it's Nelson Landaverde coming off. And it will be.
So Diego Serafati in for Nelson Landaverde. Hats off to Nelson Landaverde, Arkansas homegrown product, Gatorade Player of the Year when he was a high schooler there in Arkansas, from Springdale, Arkansas.
What a fantastic addition he has been to this FC Wichita squad. And there's the ball coming in.
Another throw in for Little Rock. And they can't accuse of the ball boys not being helpful in our matches here, Little Rock fans. Gets him a...
Headed away. That ball's going to find Claire. Eddie Gomez is making a run, but dispossessed. It's going to be a dangerous free kick for the Little Rock Rangers.
Yeah, really a silly foul. No reason to do that. Had two players on him. We're in the 90th minute. We're into stoppage time here.
No indication of how much stoppage. They can't imagine it's going to be a whole lot. Again, if it is 0-0 at the end of stoppage time, we will see two 15-minute extra time periods.
Well, this is the last thing that Wichita wants to give up at this point.
Extra time is not something you want to go into facing a potential midweek semifinal, divisional semifinal against Houston or Laredo.
And right now, we don't want to give up this free kick. Not sure. We've got Bananma on the ball, and I can't see who else that is on the ball. Probably Quadron. It is, and the wall does its job. It's going to be a corner kick for Little Rock.
They're in a hurry to take it.
That's Guadron over there with taking the corner kick. Not much time left here in stoppage time.
Low corner. Great job from Togba to come and collect that and get it back out.
It was a great tackle from Diego Serafati. Not out of danger yet, because Little Rock's still with the ball and there's still time.
Players get a little tied up there. Sosa is onside. He can't get to the ball.
Well, he had three players on him, just to be in fairness. And the ball was played a little bit behind him.
Throw in for FC Wichita. Gonna play it back. That's Matt Clare crossing for Ben Endo.
And finds him.
It's gonna fall to Endo. Sosa's in the box. Togba's in the box. There are options. Oh.
Endo with space.
Just can't find Togba's foot, and that is it. Regulation is over. We are headed for extra time.
Well, we're going to get a confirmation on match time. I'm not sure if they're using FIFA 15s or if NPSL uses two 10-minute periods, but we'll find out for you here. We're going to take a short 15-minute match during that, or 15-minute break, excuse me. And during that time, we'll figure out what the overtime's going to be, what the overtime periods are going to be. I can tell you there's no golden goal. So it's going to be two periods of, is it 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Two 15-minute periods is what we're being told. And then if we don't have a winner after those 30 minutes are played, we'll be going to penalty kicks. I'm Johnny Freedom on behalf of FC Wichita. We thank you for tuning in for the first 90 minutes. We've got 30 more minutes coming for you here in Wichita. Heartland Conference Playoff Championship. FC Wichita hosting the Little Rock Rangers. And we'll be back with you here in a second. Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the first extra time period here at Trinity Academy in Wichita, Kansas. This Heartland Conference Playoff Championship match between the hosts, FC Wichita, and the Little Rock Rangers. Little Rock with the ball. They're moving left to right across your screen in the white kits. FC Wichita with the blue kits, red socks. If you're just tuning in, we thank you and welcome you. This broadcast coming to you courtesy of FC Wichita and MJ Productions. Mike Zarich, the producer. I'm Johnny Freedom. With me, Zach Light. Well, Zach, it was an exciting 90 minutes. FC Wichita providing us with a lot of opportunities, hitting the woodwork, courtesy of Jared Robbins in the first half.
Yeah,
Little Rock having their own opportunities as well. To put balls in the back of the net.
Little Rock's defense did what it needed to do. Now, oh wow, what a ball. I think Togba kept him onside there. Who's he going for the challenge?
Bananma.
Just killing people with the speed and with the ball control there.
He is, but he needs to get rid of the ball. He's holding the ball for a little bit too long. He's not going to be able to do that. I mean, I know he tends to hold the ball and likes to move the ball across. Typically, he likes to move the ball left or right across the 18 and hit it with his right foot. He needs to make something happen, and it's going to take something special here tonight. We're going to see 30 minutes no matter what, fans. This isn't golden goal. We're going to see two 15-minute periods no matter what. Whether we see one goal or 15 goals, we're going to see something. If we don't have a goal within those 30 minutes, we're going to be going to penalty kicks. Matt Clare called for the foul right there around the 50-yard line.
Now, Little Rock's done everything they needed to defensively tonight to keep the FC Wichita attack at bay. FC Wichita with the better chances tonight. But unfortunately, two set-piece opportunities. One goes off the post. Leo Sosa, ball for Clare. It's a great ball.
Clare going to run this down. He's going to get to it.
Taylor Cubero, who came in during the break, made the run in. But Clare can't find him.
He's looking for Leo Sosa on that back post. It's headed away. Donald Banama on the ball. Diego Serafati defending. Ball played across. Great step there by Ben Endo. Here's Diego Serafati.
So Togba has pushed back, it looks like, into defense. And Sosa's pushed out wide on the near side.
That was a ball played forward by Eddie Gomez, looking for Leo Sosa, but you're right, yeah. But keep in mind, if you're just getting tuned into this match, these flanks are interchanging. At some point, Leo might be playing.
Yeah, might be playing center mid, and you'll see Ochoa playing center forward. I mean, the
adjustments with Wichita are pretty fluid. And they're going to, and it's basic, to be honest with you, that's what it's going to take in order to get something to happen here.
News out of Laredo. Laredo was awarded a penalty, and the Houston goalkeeper, Lauderdale, saved it. It is still 2-0.
Well, there's a great defensive effort there from Uzi Teyu. Ball goes out of bounds off James Togba. Not what he wanted to do. He was looking to tee it up and send it to Matt Clare, and just got away from him. It was the throw in for Little Rock. Little Rock with the ball in the 94th minute here. Ball played in. Played wide across the front of the 18, just at the edge of the 18, excuse me.
Ben Watson can't do anything with it.
Nah, plays it over the end line. Going to be a goal kick for Wichita. FC Wichita gives it their all, and so does Derby All-State agent Ken Hoffman. To get the protection you need for your family, give him a call today. Eddie Gomez with the ball here. Finds Uzi Teyu, big center back for Wichita. Uzi played looking for Taylor Cubero. Not sure that's what they have in mind here. I'm not sure that's what Blake has in mind here. Blake Shoemaker, head coach for FC Wichita. Zach, are these long balls, especially after they've played 90-something plus minutes here.
Seeing some pressure now from FC Wichita.
Well, Diego Serafati is one of the substitutions, and this is what we want to see. Absolutely. Play him in. Plays Taylor Cubero, and Taylor still with the ball.
That ball's going to go out for a corner. No, they give a goal kick.
I don't know what they're looking at over there. That seems ridiculous. You can see it clear as a bell over here. It's played off of a Little Rock player and goes over the end line. Not sure what they're looking at. Neither here nor there comes a goal kick for Little Rock.
U.S. Soccer, if you invest in the lower leagues, maybe we can get some VAR and things like that won't happen.
Well, certainly an investment. We talked about it over the halftime with Ryan from the Red Watch, from the Little Rock supporters. U.S. Soccer certainly needs to invest in the lower leagues. These USL clubs need to look at these lower leagues. These MLS clubs need to look at them. There's some great soccer being played in small towns all across America, not these big venues. Not these $250 million investments.
Player finds Togba.
Here's Togba on the wing. Plays it across. He was looking, not sure who that was on the back post. I think that was Eddie Gomez.
Ben Endo's got speed to come back and stop the counter. Now Little Rock out wide.
Unfortunate touch from the Little Rock player. Can't see him from all the way over here, but ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Wichita. I'm not sure what minute we're in. The clock has stopped. '96th minute. Oh, ball played through.
He's going to be there. Taylor Cabrera's going to be there.
Taylor, oh baby! Waleed gets a hand on it. What a save from Waleed.
Fantastic.
Taylor Cubero making a run. What a ball. And what a save from Waleed. Waleed over 600 minutes
See this replay
without giving up a goal.
The corner's coming in now.
I thought that was in.
Matt Clare sends this ball. Found the head of Serfati, and if Serfati's going to send it back in, Waleed comes out and makes a huge punch. Two Wichita players on either side of him. Wichita doing well just to regain possession here. Serfati's been all over the field, and I kind of like that idea of him playing as just kind of this roving player that can go where he needs to be. Matt Clare's out wide. That plays the ball off his head, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Little Rock throw.
And they take it quickly. Donald Benama with the ball. He's got space. Last guy you want to give space right now is Don. He's calling for some help.
Like crazy. Ochoa is going to be called for the foul there.
And the player who's down, I can't see who that is. He looks to be in a lot of pain.
He's holding his face. He's initially holding his leg. Not sure which one.
That's usually an indicator that he's going to be all right. And it looks like he's getting up. He's going to be all right. It's Ulysses Cordova. He's good. He's up and moving around. So usually when you grab your ankle and then your face, it's a good indication that you're probably going to be all right. And we're glad that he's okay. We don't wish any ill will on Ulysses. He's a good player. Just trying to draw a foul, maybe get the referee to issue a card on that. Great step from Togba.
Keeps the pressure on there. Waleed way out of his box.
Togba knocked down on that play.
Signal to the bench real quick. Ulysses now.
A lot of pressure coming from both clubs right now.
Waleed plays the ball forward. The ball goes out of bounds. Look for FC Wichita to take this throw in quick.
We're in the 101st minute here.
So Cubero, Claire, and Sosa up top. This ball's meant for Leo Sosa, and he gets there. An unfortunate touch, though. He goes crashing through the boards there.
Doing what he can do to get the ball in play. Leo's okay. He's given. No one's going to question Leo Sosa, captain of FC Wichita. He's our capital. No one's going to question his effort out on the pitch tonight.
If Leo Sosa wasn't okay, he would get back up and keep playing. That's just the type of player he is.
Been with us since the inception of the club. He's been a fantastic player the entire time. Brazilian international, plays soccer at Friends University. Happy to have him. Wouldn't be a team without him.
Little Rock back on the attack, taking the ball past midfield.
Good step there by Jared Robbins.
Right, still plenty of speed though. Taylor Cubero finds this ball at his feet.
Taylor's great with the ball. Last week, if you saw some highlights, saw Taylor chip it over a guy's head, take the ball, and then put it between another guy's legs. That was televised, and that guy had I talked to Taylor afterwards. I said, you can't treat people like that on TV. That guy had a family. That was just dirty to do to him on TV.
Togba finds Claire.
Oh, what a ball in.
He's looking for Sosa. Sosa off his head, doing everything he can to keep that ball alive. The Little Rock player goes down, and a free kick has been awarded.
And if you look over there, Air Capital Firm's waving the diving flag over there. I'm not sure that
in the water.
I'm not sure that was a dive, but
I'm not sure that it was either.
They're giving him a little stretch and they're helping him up. It's going to be
a couple of players out there stretching for Little Rock. Little Rock putting the ball back into play.
So about another 3 minutes.
A little bit of frustration there. We should see a minute or two added on for that stoppage. There is stoppage time in extra time periods. Sosa with the flick, trying to find Claire. He had Cubero out wide as well.
No one really pushing forward for Little Rock.
I'd really like to see FC Wichita pick a side and keep running the ball down that side.
Roberto Gomez getting his kid on. Number 7, Roberto Gomez, Brazilian international, going to be substituted in for Wichita. Not sure who we're going to see him for. Maybe Eddie Gomez.
I would think Eddie Gomez at this point.
Eddie Gomez.
Put some fresh legs in that role.
Energizer Bunny Rabbit, Mr. Energy, Eddie Gomez.
You know, and this is where the depth of FC Wichita is really going to come into play. Mark Weir is going to come out and collect that ball off the head of Uzi Teyu. Fantastic defending from Uzi. Serfati now.
Quadrano bearing down his back.
Finds Ben Endo.
Dangerous ball played across over to Uzi. Finds Matt Claire.
Claire comes back. Togba pushing up into the midfield. Claire out wide, Cubero in the middle, Sosa out on the far side. They're giving Matt Claire a lot of space on this near side of the field. And there's a ball that goes to find him, hops the defender, Finds Claire. Claire finds Togba. Togba looks to play it back there. It seemed like Taylor Kubera was making a run. Gomez to Serfati. It's been Endo. Endo's going to be looking to play this ball in a little bit. Nope, he's going to find Gomez. Gomez pushes back to Robbins. Not liking the options they see further forward.
And that's it for that first extra time period. First 15 minutes is up, 15 minutes remaining. They're going to have a short 5-minute break here, and then we'll be back for this second overtime period. Not golden goal, got 15 more minutes to play, and then we'll be going to penalty kicks. If the team doesn't get this sorted out, we'll be back with you here just in a few. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of FC Wichita, I'm Johnny Freedom. With me, Zach Light here, Zacharino, and MJ Productions, bringing you Mike Zarich, the producer, bringing you this live stream courtesy of FC Wichita. We thank you for tuning in. The second overtime period starting here in Wichita. It's going to be another 15 minutes. Substitutions coming in for Little Rock. We have number 7 coming in for Little Rock. That's Dalton Hanley. And number 15 coming in, that's Sean Udecki coming in for Little Rock. I'm not sure who went out. Looks like number 26 is out. That's Justin Robinson is out, he's had a great night.
Roberto Gomez just came in for James Togba.
So Togba's out. Togba had a great match.
We have an update from Laredo. The Heat have gotten one back. It is 2-1. Houston still leads in the 67th minute. The winner of that game plays the winner of this match.
Well, 15 minutes and/or penalty kicks left remaining here in Wichita. We're at Trinity Academy in Wichita. This Heartland Conference playoff matchup between Wichita and Little Rock. Oh, it's coming down to this, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes here. If we don't see a goal here in the next 15 minutes, we're looking at PKs.
And with two incredibly skilled goalkeepers between the posts for both teams, PKs would be very interesting, but I don't think either team wants to see it come to that.
No, I didn't want it to see it come to extra time, to be honest with you, Zacharino. I wanted to see this game over in a big way in the first 15 minutes of the game. But we knew that wasn't going to happen when we started the broadcast on this game. These two teams are evenly matched. They've been evenly matched over the past 3 years. So it's been a fantastic match between these two clubs so far.
And both teams have done what they've needed to do from a game plan standpoint. Taylor Cabrera coming out. Oh, he collides there with the knee of Waleed, it looks like. Waleed was fine 1 second. Now he's down. Let's take a look at this on replay. Taylor Cabrera makes the run. Looks like
that's a 50-50 ball, you know what I mean? Both of them going for it. Looks like they might have knocked some knees there. Hopefully both of these guys are okay. Little Rock certainly doesn't want to lose Waleed. Waleed is like over 600 minutes without conceding a goal. That would be a huge, huge loss.
Hands
for Little
down,
Rock.
the MVP of this game for Little Rock is Waleed.
Now game-saving goal, just a few minutes, with just a few minutes left in that first overtime period on Taylor Cabrera. Taylor Cabrera, Costa Rican international, plays at Friends University. Speedy, quick. He's got a quick step, and he's good on the ball. Very, very cheeky, very shaky. And is going to cause a lot of problems if he's able to stay in the match. They're checking him over. I think Waleed's going to be okay. Waleed's moved to his knees. I tell you, it's going to take more than just a knock with Taylor Cabrera to pull Waleed out of the game.
Cabrera's up. Surrounded by his teammates.
Waleed looks like he's still stretching out a little bit. I think Waleed's going to be okay. I think Cabrera's going to be okay. Cabrera's up and he's walking. He's going to be just fine. He's going to come off for a minute and be waved back in. They're going to give Waleed a minute or two here to get things sorted out. It was a foul on Cabrera, so it's going to be Little Rock's ball, probably around, if you're looking at the football markings, probably around the 10-yard line there, maybe the 15. Players stretching out, trying to stay limber. So Waleed's up, Cabrera's up, looks like everybody's okay. So just all a matter of getting the referee getting the game going.
So Waleed.
So Nick Doyle's going to step up and take this free kick for Little Rock.
Waleed obviously still has some pain in that knee. Doesn't feel like he can take it. Cabrera back on for FC Wichita. Just in time to challenge there.
Donald Benonmont still on the ball.
Finds
and that goes off of him.
It's an FC Wichita throw in. Ben Ando's going to take it. Back to Jared Robbins. Uzi Teyu driving it up the field looking for an option. Endo looking to push up, but the pressure from the Little Rock Rangers.
Uzi Teyu plays the ball forward, looking for Matt Clare.
Clare's arms are tangled there, but does well to pass it to Gomez. Gomez.
That's Andres Ochoa.
That ball finds the head of Matt Clare. He's dispossessed. FC Wichita wins the ball back in space. And again, looking for that run from Cabrera. Little Rock trying to build now.
Little Rock turning the ball. They play a through ball through, but Mark Weir's going to get to this. He's not going to waste any time.
We have another goal in Laredo as the Heat have tied it now. It is Laredo Heat 2, Houston Dutch Lions 2. 15 minutes to go in that one, in regulation.
So Matt Clare playing a ball, finding Cubero. Good touch from Cubero. He's looking for space. Finds Ben Endo running.
And a great run from Endo. He's got the cross. Nobody in the box to put a touch on it towards goal.
Matt Clare was waiting just on the edge of the 18 for that. Wanted it on the 18. Ben Endo put that inside the 6-yard box. Well, things getting exciting there in Laredo. Laredo not laying down.
You had to imagine that team, you know, an undefeated season, that they had the skill to come back for something like this. And now, again, we're seeing another free kick that Waleed is not taking. So there must be some serious pain going on in that knee. Have to wonder if you would see a substitution at the end of this extra time for the fresh goalkeeper if Waleed is still in pain, or if they would leave him in under the potential of penalties.
Me personally, I don't know this other keeper, but I know Waleed, and you don't go 600 minutes without conceding a goal unless you're something special. I'll take Waleed injured on PKs if I'm Little Rock.
Cubera now with the ball at his feet. Ochoa's making a run on the outside. He's going to switch it over to Sosa, but a defender flying in clears the ball. FC Wichita gets the ball back. Sosa
gets whacked over there on the sideline. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Little Rock. 113th minute. So 7 minutes remaining. Roberto Gomez looking for his teammate from Friends University and here at FC Wichita, Taylor Cubero.
Have a player down for Little Rock in the midfield as they continue their attack. That ball's going to fall to Ando.
And that going down was Ulysses. He was cramping up earlier.
It's back on his
Ladies
feet
and
now.
gentlemen, it's a long time to play. We're talking 120 minutes of soccer. And this isn't just casually jogging around. I mean, it's sprints. It's
yeah. This isn't the men's indoor over 30 league.
No, it's not. I mean, this is serious.
These guys are running 6 miles in a game sometimes.
And it's, 90-something degrees outside. Uzi dispossessed, trouble. Easily collected by Mark. We're really no danger there for Mark. Looking near post there, he collects it easy, had his near post covered. And they've got the keeper warming up over here, Zach.
I think they have to be ready for a scenario where if for some reason Waleed can't go, that he's ready. Imagining that Waleed's a fierce competitor, wants to stay in this no matter what. This is the team in England that just had a goalkeeper for penalties. Was that Arsenal?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think Peter Cech takes PKs and he's the keeper at
Arsenal. It was before he was there. It was back when he was still with your Chelsea boys. Little Rock looking for an opportunity, finds a man out wide.
A good turn here from Uzi.
Those indoor skills shining through with the footwork of Uzi Teyu. Ball played forward.
Eddie Gomez looking for Matt Clare.
Yeah, but falls to Little Rock. Ben Ando heads that ball back. Oh. The referee is awarding.
Takes a whack at Mark Weir.
We'll check this out on replay.
And they're asking for a call here.
So Benama.
So Mark's got it.
Yeah, he doesn't even make a play on the ball. He gets all Weir. The ball's way lower than Weir's kick goes. That should be a second yellow.
Donald Benama, not what we're typically used to seeing from Donald. Bit of a dirty play there from him. If that was his intent to go for Mark Weir, then he should be.
I doubt it was his.
Sent off.
I doubt it was his intent. At this point, you're desperate to end this game and get a goal. But the end result was where his boot ended up was nowhere near the ball, and it should have been a second yellow.
Not a good foul there from Roberto Gomez. Going to give Little Rock an opportunity for a free kick here.
Center official making him move the ball back.
Nick Doyle stepping up on the ball. He plays the ball forward. Shot comes in. Wichita pressing.
Little Rock coming back with speed as well. We're going to let that one go out. Weir's not showing any effects of that boot he took earlier. He's a tough dude.
Chris Lemons getting ready to come in for Wichita, number 17. Chris Lemons, 39-year-old Chris Lemons. Ball played wide. He's going to find Matt Clare.
Clare's going to cross it. Oh, a dangerous high boot situation there. The referee's going to award a foul. Now, Gomez was going for a bicycle kick. Obviously,
I'm not sure that's what you want to do. I think what you want to do on that is get up in the air and try to head the ball back inside the 18. For Jared Robbins. Jared Robbins had a great 117 minutes. Jared Robbins has been a stud. California native again, plays at McPherson. Was one of our open tryout signees. It's been fantastic all season playing co-center back with Uzi Teyu. Now Uzi's got Chris Lemons in there, seasoned veteran, been on FC Wichita for 4 years now.
Lemons is pushing into the midfield just a bit.
An interception from Wichita. Not sure what we're trying to do here. We got 3-on-1.
Clare trying to get to that ball. He's not going to get there. Ten minutes left in regulation in Laredo, still 2-2 between the Houston Dutch Lions and Laredo Heat. Winner gets the winner of this match.
About a minute and a half left here to play. Roberto Gomez, persistent infringement here is going to find him in the referee's book. He's going to get a yellow card, yep. There's too many fouls in a row on Roberto. Bound to happen. With stoppage time, we're probably looking at about 2-3 minutes left here.
And
ladies and gentlemen,
we're last minute of extra time.
We're going to be seeing penalty kicks.
Aside from something spectacular happening in these last couple of moments. Here comes the free kick coming in from Little Rock. It's cleared out of the box. Wichita looking to move quick. The ball goes out of play. Throw-in falls to Uzi Teyu. To Lemons. Lemons to Endo. FC Wichita looking to possess here.
Well, they may have one or two opportunities here, more than likely one good opportunity.
I feel like that maybe the right thing to do here is to hold on to this ball until you know you're into stoppage time, and then play a ball like this. Looking for Matt Clare, finds his head. Ochoa driving forward, can't get past the defender. He's dispossessed.
Roberto Gomez needs to be careful. He's on a yellow.
Little Rock now with what may be their last attack of the game. Plays it Ben Ando on his head. Gomez runs in, collects the ball, finds Claire. Claire's looking for an option. He punts it out wide for Leo Sosa. Sosa gets there. He's waiting for help. Claire is streaking in. Leo setting himself up for a better angle on goal. Cleared away. And that's it,
ladies
Extra
and gentlemen.
time's over.
Extra time's over. We're going to penalty kicks. And why they choose the penalty takers here, we'll take a short break here. They'll take 5 PKs. They're going to choose a side in which they're going to shoot PKs. They're going to do a coin toss and choose a side. And then they're going to take, then 5 kickers will take shots from each team. If they're still knotted up, they'll keep on taking 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 until we've got a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Johnny Freedom. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be an exciting finish here. Not the finish that everybody likely wanted, but this is the finish that we're going to get. We're going to get PKs, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough way to call a game, to finish a game. It's a tough way to finish it. That's what we got. We got to have a winner tonight. So this is the way we're going to get. So on behalf of FC Wichita, we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back here in just a few short minutes for penalty kicks.
So welcome back to Trinity Academy Stadium in Wichita, Kansas for this NPSL Heartland Conference final between FC Wichita and the Little Rock Rangers. I'm Zach Light. And we are at penalties. This game will be decided by kicks from the penalty spot. We have the lineup, the order that FC Wichita will be shooting in. And it looks like they are electing to shoot second. So Little Rock will have the first kick.
Shooting first for Little Rock is number 8, Katsu.
So Katsu will be the first penalty taker for Little Rock. Mark Weir in goal. The supporters have all piled behind the goal. Looking to make some noise here. Distract the penalty taker. And that's into the back of the net. Matt Clare will be the first up for FC Wichita.
So that's Cordova getting a goal.
Katsu.
That was number 6.
Oh, 6. I think they announced that one wrong.
Yeah, that was Ulysses Cordova. So that's 1 for Little Rock. Matt Clare stepping up.
Claire Berry's
Matt
in the
Clare
back of the net.
finishes it.
So 1-1. Approaching for Little Rock is number 4. That's Sabello. Be the next one to challenge Mark Weir. A quick update from Laredo. It is in stoppage time right now, still tied 2-2. 5 minutes of stoppage in that one. Supporters trying to make some noise here as Sabello steps up. Weir.
Oh, Ward got a hand on it.
He picked the right side, but was
And
unable
it still
to
goes
keep it
in
from
for
going
Little
in.
Rock. That's unfortunate.
Waleed.
So
in
Chris
goal.
Lemon stepping up.
Yeah, Lemons will be second.
Number 17,
You want a veteran like this taking a penalty. If you ever find yourself in this type of situation, I would like to see the supporters quiet down and let him focus. And it's in.
And he finishes it. Beautifully finished penalty kick from Chris Lemon, showing how it's done. And this is number 8 from Little Rock.
Take a look at
This
that
is
replay
Katsu
there.
here.
So now Katsu will be up. Supporters looking to make some noise. Team on the sideline is encouraging them. Make as much noise as possible. And it's through. Weir can't get to it.
And she taken cheekily from Katsu down the middle. Now we got Andres Ochoa stepping up.
So Andres Ochoa try to get one past Waleed here. Fans are quieting, letting him focus. And Waleed
And he
makes the
saves
save.
it.
So it's 3 for Little Rock, 2 for FC Wichita. Going into the 4th penalty taker, it's number 13 for Little Rock.
That's Jaden Hoth, the left back.
Weir's ready for him. It's into the back
And
of the
he finishes it. FC Wichita got to finish this one.
So this is a must-make for Uzi Teyu. A miss here will end the match. Waleed taking some time here. It's in the back of the net.
Teyu takes that.
It is overtime in Laredo. They're going through the same thing we are between Laredo and Houston. And here comes number 19.
Mark Weir got to make this save here or the penalty kicks are over.
This has to be a save. And
Donald Benonma, who's been the hero for Little Rock on multiple occasions this season, got the game winner against Tulsa to get them here to this championship match.
Weir stepping back on his line.
Trying to get in Benonma's head. Oh, and Mark Weir got a hand on it, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
He was there. He was able to get a hand on it.
Mark Weir got a hand on it, goes off the post and into the back of the net. Little Rock advances on penalty kicks. Little Rock are Heartland Conference champions. They'll be representing the Heartland Conference in the playoffs against either Laredo or Houston. We'll find out for you here, who knows, probably in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, they'll have stoppage time as well as penalties if they're still tied at the end of it. But congratulations.
Congratulations to the Little Rock Rangers. Little Rock wins on PKs, wins the Heartland Conference Championship on PKs here in Wichita after a hard-fought 120 minutes. Lots of opportunities both ways for Little Rock and for Wichita. Wichita probably with the more frequent and dangerous opportunities, but not capitalizing during regulation.
Well, Little Rock's defense did what it needed to do and keep Wichita from scoring.
No, they did. Hats off. Waleed again going in over 600 minutes without conceding a goal.
Yeah, hands down, Waleed is the man of the match for Little Rock in this one.
And makes a save when he needs to make a save in the PKs.
Potentially doing those PKs while injured.
No, absolutely. And again, it was good all-around performance from Little Rock. Hats off to FC Wichita on the great season that they had. Won the regular season. Unfortunate loss tonight to Little Rock in PKs. It was going to go down. It was going to go down one way or the other, Zach Light.
And that's the terrible thing about penalties deciding a game.
But that's the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's how things are set up. We're going to cut things off short here in a second here. Congratulations again to the Little Rock supporters that are listening in. Thank you all for tuning in this season with FC Wichita, with me and Zach Light and Mike Zarich from MJ Production. We appreciated you all this season. We'll be regrouping over the break. I'll be calling some outdoor soccer, some college soccer, Friends University, if you're interested in listening in on old Johnny Freedom. And we'll be watching and following Little Rock and wishing them well as they hopefully continue on in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of FC Wichita, we thank you for tuning in today. I'm Johnny Freedom, Zach Light, and Mike Zarich from MJ Productions. We'll see you again next year.